Yes, sir.
Now, here's a little story I got to tell about the two sides of life you know so well, the serious and the fun. Obviously told by John L. Peacock and my boy Pete. They have a little podcast named Two-Sided Pod. Don't leave now, it gets better after a few shots. For both in San Diego, they run this land. The sheriff posse's on their ass cause they in demand. One lonely listener you might be. All of us together make a community, so get comfy, it gets bumpy with how Pete acts. The show's about to start and my beer's getting flat.
You're listening to Two-Sided, a live recorded podcast where each week I challenge Pete with a bit of the two sides of life, the serious and the fun.
Well, oh shit, there it is. Okay, it only took like 20 minutes too late. $1 late, $14 short. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are the Two-Sided Pod. We are here close to 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern every Tuesday. That's close to 4 a.m. Greenwich Mean Sandwich time on Wednesdays if you're across the pond. And if you like direct, specific, precise times, you're in the wrong fucking place. We don't do things like that here. It's all fucking random. I'm close enough, bud. All exactly where it should
everybody.
be. Horror.
All right. Hey, look at this. We're getting things going. Yeah.
That's right, folks, and everyone who's listening live in the stereo streets, if you see, you can click that link above our heads and go to our beautiful YouTube page where you can see the tragedy and travesty of what time does to a soul when it has to do this every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. Have you ever seen the fear in a man's eyes right before he goes live on YouTube with John L. Peacock? Have you ever seen the light extinguished from those eyes when the show begins with John L. Peacock? Well, folks, you can tune in now and see it firsthand.
Cheers.
Cheers. Beep, beep, beep.
Whoa, yeah. Hey, howdy.
There you go. The one time in life John L. Peacock does something quiet, it's the start of the show. Maybe I don't want to disturb anyone. I'll be real quiet on the intro. Man. Pull it together, John. Pull it together.
I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
I'm my boy Pete in Southern California.
And you're listening to Two-Sided, a live recorded podcast where each week I challenge Pete with a bit of the two sides of life, the serious and the fun.
Yeah, John, the you and the me, the wrong and the right, the no and the yes, the ebb and the flow, the push and the pull, the give and the take, the yes and the no, the give and the flow, the pull and pull, the tug and the poke, the pig and the poke, fish in a barrel, cheese and potatoes. Ooh, cheesy potatoes. I'll have some of them. John, we should go to dinner. All right, folks, that's our show. We're going to go and grab a quick bite.
It's been a good one.
All right, I'm going to finish this call. I'm going to make a quick sandwich, and I'll be back on the show in like 10, 15, okay? All right.
Everyone hold on. Just hang out. Hold on.
Yeah. Think fucking funny, drunken thoughts. If you get too confused, start slurring your words. Just think about me when you do it.
Speaking about people thinking about you, my boy Pete, how you feeling? Let's start with a general check-in.
John, I'm feeling pretty good, bud. You know, I talk a lot of shit about the plans of my vacations and things I do, and I'm very precise when it comes to planning vacations. And I took 6 months not really taking many vacations, and now all of my vacations start this week. Yeah, like it pays off in spades, man. I am just like 4 days here, 6 days there, 2 days here, 2 weeks here. Yeah. I'm going to be gone a lot more than I'm going to be at work in the next 4 or 5 months. It's pretty awesome. I'm going to forget how to do things, John. I'm going to be a very serious risk when I come back to work. That is all I'm saying.
Good thing they're dead already, or else you'd be killing those cadavers.
Right? Right? I'm saying, shit. What do you mean he's never going to walk again? Oh, okay. All right. That's fine. I'll keep working.
Well, I do not know if we have messages, so you're going to have to let me know on those.
Yeah, John, we got one message, and I'll go ahead and play it now. Just why don't you let me clean my side of the house? You clean your side of the house, John. All right, little housekeeping here. We're gonna play some messages, and we're gonna start the show. All right, here we go, John.
My man Pete and John L. Peacock. What's good, boys? What's good, Foundation?
How you doing, Mona Lisa? Mona. Girl, I tell you what, your friend and mine. Big friend of the show. We're huge fans of Mona. Got the skills to pay the bills. And everything you need in between, John. I'm just sorry. I was lighting a joint and I was like, I need to not talk while I'm doing this because I'm just going to go like, you know what else, man? No, shut the fuck up.
Hey, always a pleasure. Fantastic freestyler. Heard some of her chops just the other night, and her coming into the show cured my phone. So technically, I'm back.
She cured my phone. John, that's awesome. This is an old wives' tale. Mona, you've just become a fucking history that John's going to pass down to his grandchildren. Well, you know, kids, if you drop your phone in water, put it in rice. And if it's having technical difficulties, have Mona Lisa call you in your podcast. It'll fix everything.
Yeah. Sounds very logical to me.
Totally. John. There's some.
Well,
go ahead.
I was just saying, speaking of logical, it's time for our first lightning round.
Get down! Come on! Yeah! Doppler effect! Oh, yeah!
I gotta figure that shit out.
What's up, John L. Peacock? What's up, my boy Pete?
What's up, lightning round guy? It's been a hot minute, man. How you doing?
Oh man, I've been doing good. Been keeping busy, you know. Writing letters to my pen pals. I'm trying to work out some conjugal visits for some ladies' penitentiaries in the nearby area. You know, I'm just seeing what my options hold.
Okay. I like it.
Don't yuck my yum, John. Everybody deserves love.
Everybody deserves love. And on that note, lightning round guy, I enjoyed our shot last time so much that I'd like to do a shot with you again.
Well, you're lucky that I just swore off sobriety for Lent, so I'm down. Let's do that shot.
Woo! Woo! Yeah, buddy. Get into it. Oh, yeah.
All right, well, that's all I can do. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, Jesus, John.
Bye.
Come on, John.
Bye. Hey, should we tell him it's no longer Lent?
No, let's let him just live in whatever world he needs to just to get by. It's a hard existence for that guy. Believe you me. Believe you me.
I believe you. Me, I believe you. Me. Anyway, anyone who's anyone knows that our first lightning round of the episode is always a standard Q&A. My boy Pete, are you ready for the questions?
I am ready for the questions. Bring your shit.
My boy Pete, Lennon or McCartney?
I'm more of a Doors kind of guy, so Morrison.
Somehow, that is the correct answer. I didn't think you'd get that one. Well, wow.
Perfect.
Starting out good.
Perfect. Perfect.
Next question, my boy Pete. Tupac or Biggie?
Oh shit, Biggie.
Yeah, can't deny that one. Next question, my boy Pete. Neil Young or Leonard Skinner?
Skinner, fuck Young. Fuck Neil Young. Nobody needs fucking Neil Young. Nobody needs Neil Young in their life. That guy, fucking bullshit.
Is there something you really want to say, my boy Pete?
No, it's a waste of time. There's some old people who were just old before their time. He was old when he was young. No, Neil, it's time to retire.
Final question, my boy Pete. Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Come on, man. That's all Kendrick. That's all Kendrick. But that's really funny that you asked it, though. Fucking Drake is playing with shit he should not be playing with. The adults are talking now, Drake. Time for you to shut the fuck up.
I agree with that one. I heard him going after Kendrick is like Bozo the Clown going after Toni Morrison.
Right. Yeah. It's like an artichoke attacking a charcuterie board, John. I see what you're saying.
So pretty.
Yeah.
So pretty.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fucking you're playing out. You're out of your league. This is your wrong element, artichoke. We're all meats and cheeses up on this fucking platter. See, you're way the vegetable answer.
Pop those packets. Let's start our first segment.
Giddy up.
Shout out to the room. You better not give it all you got. Do a shot. Hot, hot, hot. My boy Pete, John L. Peacock Esquire. Let's go, boys.
What up, Doug? How you doing? How you living, bud? Always good to see you. Always good to hear from you.
Talk about interesting timing. What's up, John? What's up?
What up, Deluxe?
Boy, Mr. Pete.
Ah, boy.
Yeah, the Doors. I like that. I like walking in and someone talking about the Doors. And actually realized while I was listening to the Doors today on my way to work, I'm like, man, people don't talk about the Doors. People don't tend to listen to the Doors.
Not
maybe
enough.
I'm hanging out with people.
Yeah,
But anyways, I was like, this guy, Mr. Morris, Jim Morris, man. I was like, this guy's definitely worth talking. Very interesting person. Definitely worth talking about. Ben, besides just his demeanor and some of the things he was speaking about in his song. Oh, hold on.
I do like the things he was all about. We're gonna finish this follow up right here, but in John, pour a shot because we're gonna be doing I like all the things Mr. Morrison was all about.
In his song, he has a lot of kind of similar ideas that, as an adult, I have, and I've obviously listened to this for a long period of time. But the thing is about that is I really wasn't so certain about the lyrics before, I guess. And now his stuff, I go, oh, okay. I think I feel more that way as an adult than I did as a younger person.
Oh, 100%.
Anyways, that's my spiel on the Doors.
Fuck yeah, bro. Fuck yeah. I totally agree. That's the thing is I feel like you can appreciate music and stuff early on in life, but you understand it more the older you get. It means something to you because you've lived through more shit. You've experienced more. You have more of a inquiring minds want to know, John. Inquiring minds want to know.
Yes, I will do that shot with you.
Perfect. I like everything you're about, Jim Morrison. Shots to you. Bing, bing, bing.
All right, looks like we got two more.
All right, two more. Here we go.
You know what Skibbity Toilet is? My favorite show is Skibbity Toilet because I think it consists of a lot of Interesting camera work, number one. And two, I think the story writing is fabulous. If you haven't heard of Skibbity Toilet, you should probably look it up and watch the whole series, okay? And if you don't, I'm going to be there, and I'm going to rip that beard right off your face.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Great ideas and threats to follow up if you don't follow through on the ideas. That's fucking what we appreciate here. Welcome to Two-Sided, bud. I'm going to look that up. When he said Skibbity Toilet, I was like, is that like the camera you put into your toilet when you're having a party? I mean, never mind. It's too soon.
John and Pete.
Hello.
John, you're a podcaster. It's like calling Joe Biden a living person. Pete, the best use for bread is found in between your neck rolls, you fat piece of shit. A pimp that gives way too many refunds. Pete is trying to cure people's boredom by being a podcaster, but the only thing he's ever cured is a ham. John looks like he would get bullied in an after-school special from the 1990s. And of course, holy shit, Lizzo is going to dress up as Pete for Halloween this coming year. I love you guys. Oh, here we go. Ready to go. This is Greg Dudas.
Oh, Greg. Fucking Greg. Gotta love it, man. Good to see you, bud. Always coming in with the hot fucking zingers. Gotta love it. Gotta love it, man. That's what happens when parents mate. Well, all right.
Well, speaking of hot zingers, coming in with hot zingers, we're going to talk about rivalries expressed in songs.
Now we're talking. Now we're getting to. Now you give me a little fighting room, John. It's something we can fucking sink our teeth into. It's finally a topic that enthusiasm. John, it excites the masses. It gets the fucking people going, John.
You got so excited, you got tongue-tied.
Totally flustered. I was like, I don't know if I'm a mama or a papa right now. Which side am I going to go on?
Now, we've discussed the album Rumors by Fleetwood Mac as they were going through 5 different divorces among the band members. 2 couples breaking up, and then Mick, the drummer, breaking up with his wife who cheated on him with 2 kids. Yeah. Anyway, they didn't really show their rivalry.
She cheated on him with 2 kids? Like, were the 2 kids in a trench coat dressed up like an adult? How did she get fooled to be with 2 kids when she was with the drummer? Like,
She
that's
wasn't
crazy.
Fooled. She wasn't fooled.
She knew she was going to be with 2 kids?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's all the more stinging.
70s were a crazy time, John.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. But we're going to look at very public rivalries, starting with Lennon and McCartney. After the Beatles broke up in 1971, Ram, Paul's album, included a subtle jab at Lennon on the opening track, Too Many People, mocking Lennon's sudden fervor for world peace crusades. And it was the line, too many people preaching practices. He also said, you took your lucky breaks and broke it in 2. It was a little over our head. We didn't quite get it. But Lennon did. And he was pissed.
Oh, yeah. What did he do? What was his fucking diss track? What did he lay down, John?
Well, imagine.
Imagine I bust a cap in your ass, Paul.
That's hard to imagine.
All the people stomping your fucking head. It's easy if you try.
The song in his 1971 album Imagine is How Do You Sleep? It's a diss track that's so nasty, it's kind of obscene, because he, during the session, Lennon, Yoko Ono, and their guest guitarist, some guy named George Harrison, can be seen laughing as they swap lines like, you sound like you make music to my ears. You must have learned something in all those years. And a dig at Paul's most famous song, the only thing you done was yesterday.
Oh, snap! Damn! Paul, what do you got to say about that, motherfucker? Fucking, they're gonna talk about your one-legged wife in a second.
You guys keep my fucking one-legged wife's name out of your fucking mouths.
Now, they did try to make nicey-nicey, and Paul was seen going over to the Dakota, where Levin lived throughout the late 70s, so it took a little while, but their friendship...
Just to get the lay of the land so he could send someone over. Send a book and my love, said Paul. Why don't you go meet my friend? Send him a book and a bullet.
It's a hard to catch her in that rye, if you know what I mean. You know? So if nothing else on Lennon and McCartney, we're going to go on to Kanye West and Taylor Swift.
Kanye, I'm gonna let you finish this one. I'm gonna let you finish, but
well, that's what he said, right?
But your best, you better have Amadeus and Wolf Amadeus. Who's the fucking guy?
Salieri. Come on, man.
Yeah. There you go.
F. Murray Abraham. Everyone knows.
I know. I was gonna say, the guy from. Okay, never mind.
So yes, I'm gonna let you finish. She's accepting an award. She's only 19 years old. It's the VMAs, and she just beat one of her idols, Beyonce. And then suddenly comes Kanye West with no one prompting him, stepping up to the mic, saying, "I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce's music video was better, and you don't deserve this award." Pretty straightforward, like this at a 19-year-old girl who just won one of her first major awards.
Well, the thing I can say about that is he was very direct. You knew where you stood with Kanye back then. He just went off the rails. You just can't trust him nowadays.
Yeah.
He was just jumping up on stages, assaulting 19-year-old girls back in the day. You could trust things like that to happen. Now I just don't know.
Consistency.
I don't even know that. I don't even know that Kanye.
Well, a couple months later, he unveiled his new track, Famous, which included the now notorious lyric, "I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why? I made that bitch famous."
You were talking about it. I'm just saying, we're still talking about it. Marketing genius. Crazy as a fuck, but I'm gonna say,
what's the long title of that?
I think she kind of aged better in the whole scheme of things.
Ever so slightly. What's the name of that long titled album of his? It's freaking fantastic. My beautiful dark twisted fantasy. Is that it? No, it's not quite it.
Oh, that was my. Those were the search keywords I put into Pornhub.
Jeez.
Yikes. Wrong search engine.
So she shot back in 2020 with her surprise release album Folklore, and she was a little more reflective on the feud between Kanye and then Kim Kardashian, who was back in her man, when he was her man at that point. Singing, "Women like hunting witches too, doing your dirtiest work for you. It's obvious that you wanted me dead, has really brought you two together."
Crazy. This is the world we live in. This is the world we live in with Kanye and Kim Kardashian and Taylor Swift. What the fuck, man? Did you ever think that Kim Kardashian would be so prevalent in your life? That you would be wearing so many Skims for work? Like, really, she's a big influence. I would never have thought
it. Some people keep up with her and her family.
Some do. Some should.
But there's robbers to the east, clowns to the west was another lyric dig in her song Peace of that same album.
Here I am, stuck in the middle of Kanye.
But This one I find a bit more interesting, and it's a little bit older. It's Amadeus and Salieri. No, hold on. Oh, no, it's Neil Young and Leonard Skinner.
Boo. Southern Brown don't need you round anyhow. Diddle 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 ding. Suck it, Neil. You were dissed in the best goddamn song of all times.
Well, and really inspired it in so many ways. So they didn't have any beef until he started publicly talking bad about him and the South in general, and then he did the song "Southern Man." I'm sorry, in the album After the Gold Rush, where he talks about KKK references and just slavery and just a whole lot, and it points straight at Leonard Skinner's hometown, and so they weren't too happy.
Right. I almost say, John, you ain't leaving the segment alive unless you play Freebird.
After Southern Man, he doubled down and dug in because he took another shot at the Deep South when he went on the subject on Alabama. He attempted to justify stating that Alabama wasn't specific to the state, but just an appropriate title to get the track's message across. He actually am just using that name and that state to hide whatever it is I have to hide. I don't know what that means.
Don't know what that means.
That was in his liner notes.
Huh. That's some bullshit, man. You should get a proofreader. You're an idiot. I don't know what this means. I don't know.
Well, so Leonard Skinner didn't take too kindly to that, and my boy Pete points out that "Sweet Home Alabama," which was their greatest and one of the greatest songs of the 20th century. It's just it's catchy, it's poignant, it has a lot of. I hope Neil Young will remember. The Southern Man don't need him around anyhow. I heard Mr. Young sing about her. I heard old Neil tear her down. I hope Neil Young will remember.
Ooh.
The Southern Man don't need him around anyhow. Sweet Home Alabama.
Ding, ding. Woo! Punch your sister. Woo!
So Young actually went back on a couple of those things, especially Alabama. He said it richly deserved the shot Leonard Skinner gave me with their great record. I don't like my words when I listen to it. They are accusatory and condescending and not fully thought out and too easy to misconstrue.
All right. You ate crow, Neil. Don't make me like you anymore.
Well, they reconciled, and Young sent the group a demo version of the song Powderfinger to apologize and eventually allowed the band to use it in their next record. But tragic circumstances when Van Zant, along with other members of the group, died in a plane crash before they had a chance to record the now iconic track. Weeks after their death in 1997, Young played a charity show in Miami and treated fans to an emotional medley of Alabama and Sweet Home Alabama in tribute to the band.
Sounds like Neil set this all up, John. If I was a conspiracy theorist, which I'm not, but if I were, John, sounds like he said, hey, you want to live those Powderfinger boys? Why don't you go on the plane ride? Go sky high, baby. And they did. Turns out that duffel bag had more than just Powderfinger in it. John, that's what sent him down. And then he went on to do the benefits and the tributes and all that and puts himself on the map in the Deep South, John, just like he planned all along.
Well, speaking of that, I'm going to go off the rails a little bit because there's no direct lyrics of either Biggie or Tupac popping shots at each other because they both tragically died while their public feud was raging, but before they could get any art inspiration out of it. But many songs have been inspired by that public feud that ended so tragically. And now we're finally getting to learn a little bit of who masterminded all that. That's right, Neil Young.
That's right. Neil Young is behind it all. God damn it, the puppet master. The curtain has been pulled back.
I'm going to finish with a very famous feuding family that took their feud to the songs. Not two people, but multiple people in this family. Do you happen to know who I might be referring to?
The Clampets.
I was thinking of them, but they're a little too hillbilly for me. So shout out to hillbillies. But no.
Okay, then it's not going to be Kid Rock and his
Nope.
little pebbles. Musical who kept it going. I'm trying to think of who's kid. I'm drawing a blank.
It's father, son, and
the
daughter,
Holy Ghost,
and also ex-wife. All of them have songs that take pop shots at each other.
Is it like the? Is it the? It's some bullshit. It's like the Partridge Family. That family was fucked up. They need to go to therapy, bro. Tonight on the Two-Sided Pod, we'll dive deep into the Partridge Family and the horrible life they lived on that bus. Family fun or horrible freak show?
The Wainwrights.
Oh, Rufus and little Skeeter.
Loudon Wainwright III.
Loudon the third. His daddy,
children, Rufus and Martha. And ex-wife
Penelope.
Right, and Kate McGarrel.
Gesundheit.
So Loudon had a habit of pulling inspiration from his everyday life and using it as themes to his songs, making him a remarkably relatable songwriter, but it also had the added effect of putting his family in the public eye without the consent or approval. Loudon wrote a number of songs about raising his children, including Rufus is a tit man, a father...
Dad, I told you that in confidence.
Later, he would say, I've just jumped to it. Later, he would say,
no, Dad, I'm an ass man. I'm an ass man.
A peck man, he would say. Rufus is now more of a peck man.
Jesus.
A father and a son, father-daughter dialogue, that hospital, 5 years old, hitting you, and I'd rather be lonely.
That time you had diarrhea in the Italian restaurant. Oops, the condom broke. Part 2. We're keeping it. A little hometown favorite called Oh Shit, She Found Her Way Home Again.
Well, that hospital was aimed at Martha and infers that Martha was supposed to be aborted.
Oh, man. You know, it's good to have therapy, John. Sometimes it's good to talk it out. But sometimes you need to have like a quiet relationship and a talk with a professional, you know, or a bartender, someone who's not going to, you know, sell it and market it and make money off it and be on the charts with it. Because holy shit, John, that's a lot.
5 years old is about him missing his daughter's 5th birthday party. And none of that even compares to the song Hitting You, which details a real-life incident where Loudon struck Martha as a child. He wrote and sang the song.
I'm going to play this next one, and if anyone doesn't like it, I'll punch you in the fucking face. Here it goes. Oh, sorry. Is that too much of a strong lead-in, John? Were you hit as a child? Do you not understand comedy? Fuck you, John. That was funny.
In 2022, he reflected on that song and said, quote, I would never forget that event, that incident, hauling off and whacking my kid. It's not something I would ever forget. And then he finished with, there was an interesting song there.
It's like, I'm really glad I didn't release, oops, I burnt you with a cigar for spilling paint in the garage. It's more of a work in progress. I couldn't figure out the bridge, so I didn't release it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Martha says the song that really stuck with her, even over Hitting You, was I'd Rather Be Lonely.
That sounds like a Randy Newman song. Oh, I'd rather be lonely than with you.
Oh, the things that you say and fucking do. You make me so sick. Oh, you're a piece of fucking shit. I'd rather be lonely than with you. Oh, yeah. Boop, 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 boop.
So
I don't want to hear you talk because I want to be alone. Rather be lonely than with you.
all right, Randy Newman, I like that. She told The Guardian, she quoted a bit of the song, quote, I always felt terribly sorry for the poor woman I thought it was about because of the line, quote, every time I see you cry, you're just a clone of every woman I've known.
The daughter was saying, she's like, I felt sorry for the woman. Man, that sucks. Whoever really wrote this about. Psst,
Quote,
I think he's talking about you.
quote, then one time I was on tour with Loudon, and he said to the crowd, I wrote this song about my daughter. I had no idea. We lived together for 1 year in New York when I was 14, and it was a disaster. And I'd rather be lonely was about that year. He really crossed the line there, end quote.
Well, I'm going to re-release this song after I toured with my daughter, but here's the oldie but goodie I'd rather be alone than with you. Called I'd Rather Be Alone on My Tour Bus Than Sitting Anywhere Near You and Your Stinky Ass Feet. 2, 3, 4.
Holy shit, John. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. Wow. Wow. But you still toured with him? You're like, Dad, son of a bitch.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
making money. You're the bigger name.
Okay.
And it's like he's saying that for the first time to a crowd when she's there. Like, it's not just a random when he's not touring with her. He decided to do it when he was touring with her.
Here's the little one I'm working on. It's not finished yet, so bear with me. It's called You'll Never Believe How Many Times I Stood Above You with a Pillow While You Slept and Contemplated Killing You. This one starts off on a tour bus. Guys, back me up, all right? We're starting E flat.
Ex-wife McGarrigle had a bit of hell to go through because when she was pregnant with their third child, Loudon went off to England with a new partner. She followed and tried to bring him back, but Loudon was insistent that he was leaving. The stress involved, she says, caused her to suffer miscarriage, and she wrote about it in a song called Go Leave.
If you play all their songs in chronological succession, it shows a family growing up, being hit, being horribly estranged from each other, leaving at the most inopportune time, but saying, I'd rather be alone than with you. Go on, leave, I will, or I'll hit you again.
Martha said, growing up listening to that song, it was the most, calling it the most gut-wrenching, painful song ever. At the end, you hear the sound of a tear falling onto a string of her guitar. I used to listen to it as a child and cry my eyes out.
We totally had to fucking record that all the time. It actually turned out to be a little bit of Pepsi because we couldn't cry anymore and we just had soda. So we're just dripping soda all over the string. Sounds great though, right? Sounds great.
If you listen really closely, you can hear a little bit of that fizz. Yeah.
Right. Oh, dumb. Oh, dumb.
So Rufus picked up the habit of writing about his family as well. He sings lovingly of his mother in Beauty Mark and gives his younger sister from a different mother a touching tribute. Little sister, that's Lucy, by the way, and even has a song called Martha about his mom.
This one goes, I wrote this one for my grandpa. It's called Weird Saggy Balls. You're just writing physical characteristics of people in your family. This one goes out to my wife. We call it neck waddle. I'm sorry, babe, but it's true. 2, 3, 4.
His most famous recollection of family drama is the song Dinner at 8. Quote, we had just done a shoot for Rolling Stone together, and I told him he must be really happy that I got him back in that magazine after all these years, he recalled to The Guardian. That sort of kicked things off. Later in the evening, he threatened to kill me, so I went home and wrote Dinner at 8 as a vindictive retort to his threat.
Motherfucker, this family doesn't know how to communicate, but they don't know how to leave each other the fuck alone. Hey, don't have dinner. Hey, fucking don't go to magazine shoots together. Or fucking talk about it afterwards. All right, I'm fucking, yeah, you want to kill me? I'll fucking write a song about you, motherfucker. See you at dinner? All right, Dad. Fucking it is.
We going on tour? We're doing that Rolling Stone shoot?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we are. There's a little song called Poison in Your Oatmeal.
In an interview with The Independent, Rufus, quote, my father has, for better or worse, no filter whatsoever for what he does. And I admire that, because never have I known a more tormented artist than him. And I mean that respectfully, because he's just so affected by his artistic radar. We had our feuds, on my part with Dinner at 8, but I tend to be a little more romantic in my songs. He lives out every word of his.
Like a serial killer who's writing to the newspaper. Just can't get enough. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you what I did. I'm going to tell you why I did it. You want to know the fucking follow-up? Well, it'll be on my second album called Mulligan.
Hey, I went back and listened to several of those ones by the Wainwrights and McGurgle.
Bro.
They're good. They're all really good songs.
Bro. Loudon Wainwright's it's the album Loudon Wainwright the Third has 2 fucking amazing songs on it that I first heard when I moved to Redlands. That chick, I don't know if you met Vanessa. That chick was introduced me so much good music, and so that's one of the first songs I learned on guitar from him. I was like, I just played that over and over. It was such a great song. Yeah, dude, it's good music. Way better than any thing Neil Young has ever done or dreamed about in his life. And at least they kept their hate in the family. You know, don't spread it to fucking whole states. You know, learn to keep it in the house. Fucking, we got housekeeping to do. I only fuck with gingers named John on this podcast. Everybody else is safe. Fucking take that pass.
Yeah, those are the ones that I thought of to. I remembered just by hearing them and looked up. Do you know of any rivalries that led to good music or good art? Because there's so many. You know, all right, Simon and Garfunkel hate each other, but they don't write about it. You know, directly, like all that stuff. So I'm not talking about them, but I'm saying like rivalries that led to great art.
Jem, truly outrageous. Jem is her name. No one else is the same. Jem is her name. And who does she go against, John? We are the Misfits. We're gonna get Jem. We are the Misfits. So Jem and the Holograms and the Misfits. Really good music.
Okay.
Okay. I would say. The Brady Bunch. A very troubled. We all know what happened to that whole family. Very troubled, tumultuous at best. But I think I'll go for a walk today. Now the summer sun's called my name. It's calling me. Gotta get up, gotta get away, gotta something. Brand new day. Everybody's singing Sunshine Day. Come on, John.
Isn't that the Partridge Family?
Yeah, but the fucking the Brady Bunch made it. Remember when Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na-na Na 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 na, sha na na, sha na 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 na. Oh, Peter, sha na na na. Do you remember that?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I like it.
It was one of the all the kids were doing. They did. It was a Partridge Family routine, but they did the song Sha-na-na, and it's all dancing and feel Sha-na-na-na, because his voice was cracking. He was, oh. So it was that episode where he was all fucked up about puberty, and he's like, you know what? Just sing away, Peter. Sha-na-na-na.
I wouldn't necessarily call it a feud, but when the Beastie Boys did the cover of Benny and the Jet with Biz Markie, it's
Okay.
it's not only making fun of the song, but Elton John in general, and it's a beautiful, beautiful rendition. It just sounds like the live version that he put out, but him drunk, like him wasted and slurring. And it's Biz Markie singing, so he could do it really well. Oh, baby,
Right.
you. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Fred Durst, Eminem. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Eminem just wailed on him. I mean, and Moby.
Yeah. But I fucking love Moby.
Yeah,
still
of course.
to this day. So good.
Did Moby ever retaliate to that?
Yeah, but there was no words.
But we knew. We knew.
Oh, the people who were in the inn fucking knew for sure.
All right, that's some good art. Let's pop some of those packets and move right along.
Beef. Notice how there used to be some beefs with bands back in the day. One that comes to mind is Guns N' Roses.
Oh, yeah.
And Nirvana.
Yeah.
But I think before that, didn't Guns N' Roses have an issue with Metallica? Oh man, I gotta listen to what you guys are gonna say before I talk further about beef.
Where's the beef?
Fuck JD Salinger. Fucking weirdo. I actually had to read that book for the curriculum in high school.
That's some bullshit.
Fucking weirdo.
That's some bullshit, right? Crazy town, man. What's up, Benny? How you doing, bud?
Oh, I thought Kanye West was working on his campaign tour for President 2024.
Fuck it, man.
With his stupid big boot. Please tell me you've seen that fucking picture, man. What the fuck?
100%.
Oh, that dude. Someone should break his jaw again so he can't talk.
It's those little things. Well, if he gets Secret Service, he can't be touched. So maybe hit him now, and then we all vote for him, because it can't get worse than it already is. It can't get worse than it's going to be. Like, whatever happens next ain't going to be better. Whatever happens next is going to be, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what happens. It's going to be worse. Go ahead. I dare you. I dare you to proffer a positive outcome. I dare you. Not going to happen. Doesn't matter. Just say someone who will win. I'll say, fuck that. It's going to be awful. It's going to be great. Fucking let's drink up. That's why Kanye 2024 for me. We're going to fucking shock him. Kim Kardashian's going to be pissed. I can't believe I could have been first lady. He's like, yeah, bitch. What now? I told you. Marjorie Taylor Greene's going to be his fucking vice president. I believe.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The name of the album was I Got My Jaw Broke Because I Deserved It. It was a good album.
I talked a lot of shit and I paid a lot of prices. The album.
And you know what? The reason why she's even in the limelight is because her father represented a fucking murderer. That's it. If he didn't represent O.J. Simpson, there would be no Kim Kardashian at all. Ever. You wouldn't even know her fucking name. I swear to Christ.
This is true. So I guess we have a few things to thank OJ for, don't we, kids?
That Neil Young directed that song to them. I didn't catch if that was after the fact or beforehand, or if he was just dissing their town and they're like, "What the fuck, this guy? Fuck him!"
Yep.
You know, in general. So.
Yeah, it was the latter. It was the distant town. They're all like, "Fuck you, Neil."
That shit don't fly around here, boy. Man, we got things we can do to you, boy. One of those things is gonna be right in a fucking sick ass diss trap. 2, 3, 4.
Put him in the sky. Hey, yeah, we're making amends here. Yeah, we're all good. We're blowing things up.
See?
I mean, we're not work together. Just and all of a sudden, I will profit.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Fucks with Neil. Nobody.
Nobody fucks with a young master.
Isn't that gold? Doesn't he do Golden Fields? No. Yeah. Fuck you, your Golden Fields. I'm gonna send you those Golden Fields, Van Zandt boys. That's one thing that's gonna happen. You will go on a plane, and that plane will go down, and then Neil Young will win. I'll go to Florida, close to Alabama, and I'll reap the glory eternally. All right, boys, give the old powder finger. Give the old powder finger salute.
What? Tupac and Biggie? Have you not listened to Hit 'Em Up? Jeez, man.
See. Pop, pop, pop. Fuck big boy. Look, oh, y'all.
Family. Okay, the Osmonds.
Oh, yeah.
Partridge Family.
Yeah. Oh.
Jacksons.
Yeah. Oh. Osborns. Jacksons. Yep. All fucking you know what? Just kind of look down the list of all these celebrity families. You can just stay in the music realm, and I feel pretty fucking good about the dysfunction that I bring to the table in my family tree. You know what? We're fucked up, but we're not that fucked up. Granted, we don't have a fucking album. I'm gonna put that on the Christmas list. What do I want for Christmas? I want you guys to fucking record your tracks. Get in the studio. We got to get this shit on tour. 2, 3, 4. This one's called God Damn It, Mom. You're flat and you're hanging on your harmonies again.
Don't you shame Danny Bonaducci, okay? You don't do that, okay? He was a ginger angel with freckles and creepy looking.
Hey.
And a humongous drug addict.
That's a little known fact, but it's a prove me wrong. Show me a ginger who doesn't produce his own vitamin D and have a predilection for taking hard drugs, and I'll show you a ginger who doesn't exist. Get it, John? Allegedly. Get it, John?
I just wrote a song called I hope they don't rake today because I just buried her with leaves.
Oh shit.
I was also kind of into the Machine Gun Kelly and Eminem.
Oh yeah.
You know, revitalize. Or where he just put the fuck down on Machine Gun Kelly. It was pretty awesome.
That was actually really good because it had been so long since you heard Eminem really release anything new. And when that was happening, it's like, oh shit, what's he gonna do this week? What the fuck you gonna do, Em? What you gonna do now, Em? You done drop your pistol and you bust through the window, motherfucker. What you gonna do now?
I remember that show with the wonderful band, the group, I guess. Bobby was time for change, the puberty, and Brady Bunch, and I guess didn't the mom sleep with Greg or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Speaking about beef, beef
Right?
between hanging.
Wait, didn't Dad sleep with Greg? Didn't Greg sleep with Alice? Didn't Greg sleep with Norm, the mailman? Greg fucked. What up, Lolly?
I'm late show, but hey, I'm here. I'll just be down here listening. Bye, guys. Hope you have had a great day.
Hell yeah.
Bye.
Hell yeah.
Bye. Good to hear from you, girl. Glad you're here. Pleasure always.
Yeah, that's right on, all of y'all, and Lolly. And my boy Pete,
beavers and ducks.
Eminem had beef with everyone. That was his main fuel, wasn't it? Oh, Blur and Oasis. They kept on. When I kept on doing my research, they're like, "But what about the Blur and Oasis?" I was like, "I don't care about this whatsoever."
No one does. That was the thing. Even back then, the people who cared about it, like we didn't care about them as people. I say, tighten your fucking black sweatshirts, put your eye makeup on, and shut the fuck up.
It was like the number one. I was like, no, yeah, I gotta move past this to get to the good stuff. Holy crap, Blur and Oasis.
Oh, you know what? If I wanted to hear a fucking whiny bitch, I would have called your mom. Shut up, Oasis.
Hey, hit those last two, and then we'll pop into our final. Well, you know what I'm doing.
And Greg, they slept together, or they had very uncomfortable chemistry on screen.
It's just like Sam the Butcher bringing Alice the meat.
Hey, there it is. See?
Say Kendrick Lamar, right? Am I saying it correct? And then Mr. Drake. There was some recent beef with those guys. I heard Drake got his ass handed to him. It's about the Blur and Oasis. I was flying out to London, actually Heathrow, back in the day around that time, and I heard the stewardess. I mean, she was handing out drinks at the time. But anyways, she was like, oh my God, Blur's on here. Not Blur, Oasis is on here. And I was like, what? And I looked down, and I could see that one of them sitting there, and like, the hair and all that. I was like, holy shit, that is them. And then I yell out, too bad it's not Blur. And, the stewardess was like, oh, what the hell?
If you're doing research something, you should look up Ice Cube and Cypress Hill. That was something back in the day for some specific reasons, but it's pretty good.
Fuck yeah. Put it on your list, John. Hell yeah.
Well, Cypress Hill.
Bud. You're muted, bud.
Well, Cypress Hill and Ice Cube always makes me think of the next lightning round.
Lightning round. It's time to get there. Come on, yeah. Woo, what's up, John L. Peacock? What's up, my boy Pete?
What up, lightning round guy? You seem to have a little cough there. You okay?
Yeah, I've been sleeping in the garage. It's been getting a little cold inside, so I've been in the garage, and it's the carbon monoxide. It helps you go to sleep, but it keeps you asleep a little too much, and it hurts your throat. It tickles the backside, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean. Why don't you open a door or window or something?
Oh, no, I don't want to let the cats in. Lots of neighborhood cats.
You have interesting priorities there, Lightning Round Guy. Very interesting priorities.
Thanks for noticing, man. I was voted in high school. Well, most likely to have interesting priorities. So I guess everything's coming full circle, baby. Woo! Anyway, back to the garage with me. Gotta fight those cats off from my sleeping space.
All right, buddy. See you later. See you at the green room.
Bye.
I was gonna have a shot with him, but I realized he's really taking that no sobriety for Lent way too seriously.
Yeah, who knows what's really out there in the garage. I'll be honest. There's a lot of open paint cans and fucking. There's a lot of chemicals going on, even if the car isn't running. But good luck to him. You know what I mean?
Good luck to him. Cheers.
Cheers.
And this lightning round segment is one of your favorites and mine. That's right. It's Negative Nelly. Negative Nelly. When Negative My Boy P.
I guess it's not a good time to shout out to everyone here on the YouTubes on Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's right, motherfuckers. We see you out there. Folks, thanks for tuning in. We got a lot of people here. We got Mona Lisa. We got MFA. We got Julie Prunes. We got Lolly Be Good. We got a few more people. I can't see everyone who's listed. And everyone out here in the gallery and on the stereo streets, anyone who's out here, if you click that link above our heads, you'll be able to go to YouTube where you'll see our faces, where we're here every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, 4 a.m. Greenwich Sandwich time on Wednesdays if you're across the pond. But if you can't catch us then, we're also on recorded on the YouTube. We're on Spotify. Well, I keep saying that. Some people say we're not. I say give it a shot. Who knows? What's the worst that could happen? You ain't get any worse than this, right? Apple Pod, Amazon Music, Anchor. We're also on Patreon. Fans only, farmers only, farms without famers, famers without famine, famine for the farmers, and Christian Mingle.
One of those is correct.
Which one of these is not like the other? Folks, do you want to meet the Christian single of your dreams? Well, welcome to Two-Sided Pod, where that shit's never going to happen.
Anyway, Negative My Boy Pete. You know, I really want to take this segment to let you know that we noticed that we haven't really ever checked in with you. We've only tried to perk you up, and maybe that's not right of us. I just want to know, how are you feeling, Negative My Boy Pete?
Now, John, it doesn't really matter how I'm feeling. The world is going to make the same damn choices. We're all going to have to live in the consequences. Hey, happy Tuesday night.
Yeah. You know, I want to help. So, could you describe to us what would you consider a good day, Negative My Boy Pete?
Well, if I'm being totally honest, it'll be one where I don't have to wake up and get out of bed and face anyone in the daylight.
So, a nighttime?
Nope. Just the eternal sleep of sweet, sweet death.
Okay. Well then, Negative My Boy Pete, what's a bad day in your eyes?
Well, first off, it starts with an itinerary. The alarm going off, breakfast between 8 and 8:45, then a mingle where we then head out to the golf course and team up for family fun times. After that, we realize none of us play golf, and it's not my family.
That's a pretty bad day. Yeah. I mean, Negative My Boy Pete, is there anything that can cheer you up?
Yeah, John. If stupid people stop asking me questions, things start to turn for the better.
going to give that to you and move on. We're going to go straight. Ooh, wow, that was a little too real. Anyway, we're going to go straight into our short segment. That's I know. I'm a little transitions. I'm not so good at them. Short segments.
Yeah. No, and you pull these fucking things like, hey, be really, really negative, and then it's like, I'm too negative for you. Like, Jesus Christ, it throws you off your game. And I'm gonna read more things to fucking Pete's face. John, how about this? I'm gonna go ahead and do this transition while you get your fucking timer ready. Folks, this is gonna be a little short segment where John is gonna fucking hopefully learn from his past mistakes and do better moving forward. He's going to read a topic from a newspaper, giving just a headline and then a short quote, reading from the quote, and then we will have a short time to debate said subject or give our thoughts, processes, and ideas. Now, when the timer is up, John's fucking alarm will, without doubt, go off way too long because he's going to think that no one hears it, and he's going to let it keep going. Number one. We've learned don't scream and yell at him because it scares him and he gets confused, starts pushing buttons, and the alarm still goes, but fucking other things happen. Like lights fall down, fucking the pyrotechnics go off in the back. Fucking he orders fucking 12 fucking pallets of cleaning supplies from Amazon. It's a crazy things happen poorly. So everyone keep it together. When the alarm goes off, we'll have time to fucking finish it up and make sense of everything John just read to us. But until that time, God damn it, bear with us. John's about to start the process. Are you ready, John?
I am. And the title from this single source is Thank You, Tom Hanks, for the best explanation of the Drake-Kendrick Lamar feud. My boy Pete, you ready?
It's about time we have some real insight on this. So we break it down for the masses. John, I'm ready. If the guy from Big can't figure it out, who can?
From the National Post. A text message exchange between Oscar-winning actor Tom Hanks and his son Chet Hanks has finally simplified the feud between rappers Drake and Kendrick Lamar, and the internet is grateful. Chet, a musician and rapper himself, explained what has been happening between a Canadian rapper Drake and American rapper Kendrick Lamar. Chet took screenshots of his text between him and his father, posting them on Instagram stories, and the explanation was prompted by Tom asking Chet to break down the Drake-Kendrick Lamar feud for him.
Oh, I can't wait because we get to listen to a rapper named Chet Hanks, his breakdown on the Kendrick and Drake feud to his dad, who's then going to distill that truth into palatable digestion for the rest of us. Because in the Hanks family, we all know if it ain't Tom, if it ain't Rita, if it ain't Colin, we ain't listening. Ain't that right, John?
So diving into the backstory, Chet said the feud was fueled by Lamar, who dissed Drake, an American rapper, and American rapper J. Cole. Quote, Drake and this dude J. Cole been saying they, along with Kendrick, are the big three in rap, wrote Chet. Then Kendrick put out a song saying, F the big three, it's just me, initiating the beef. End quote.
True. So, Dad, what happened is there was a lot of dicks swinging around, and this is what happens.
The song Chet referred to is called Like That by Lamar, producer Metro Boomin and rapper Future. After Like That was released, a barrage of insults were sent back and forth between Drake and Lamar. And Drake joked about Lamar having small feet because of his height. Lamar rebutted with retorts about Drake being a, quote, deadbeat dad and made fun of his Canadian accent, end quote, said Chet.
I'm enjoying it as much as you. This is how I feel like Tom Hanks would be reading it out loud because John L. Peacock reads. Well, he has little feet, and also, let's talk more about beef.
Why do you think I chose to filter this through Tom Hanks wanting an explanation about this?
John, you gotta filter all of the shit you say. It's like, you know what? So one of Tom Hanks' kids broke it down to him like this, like, and then you read whatever you want to say. We don't know about Tom Hanks' other kids, and you could just make up text conversations.
There is no Chet.
Breaking it down for there's no Chet. There's no Chet. John L. Peacock is the Chet Hanks we all know and love.
Oh no!
Come on, Chet Hanks the rapper. Come on, fuck that.
It gets better. The two rappers then exchanged more serious allegations, with Lamar dropping a West Coast banger that dismantled Drake's entire psyche, according to Chet. To simplify it in terms Chet's actor father could understand, Chet explained that Lamar's diss was the sonic equivalent of when Tom brought Chet back to visit his former high school in Oakland. Quote, "We walked in on the basketball game and everybody started going nuts," he wrote.
See, I feel like that little tidbit right there is what John would throw into, like, no, I swear to God, there's a Chet. He was taking
Oakland even.
I even researched where Tom went to high school, and I used that name. You guys, I swear to God, there's a Chet, and I'm speaking through him right now. West Coast bangers.
The diss solidified Lamar's win over Drake, according to Chet. Quote, "Not only for Kendrick, but the entire West Coast. Tom was taken aback by the quote-unquote beef. Holy cow," he responded to Chet. Quote, "These are fighting words." Those who read the explanation online were thankful that it had been simplified for them.
Wait, say that last part one more time.
Those who read the explanation online were thankful that it had been simplified for them. Quote,
so that was the simplification. His response was, "Oh, them's fighting words." That was Tom's summation.
Yes.
I was hoping for something more. I was hoping for something more. Tom yelling out to sea, Kendrick. As the diss tracks sails slowly into the horizon. Kendrick!
This actually clears things up for me, one person wrote on Reddit. So that turns out that Chet has a very useful talent explaining complicated beefs in simple ways, another Reddit user wrote. "Color me surprised." And that's what we got.
I feel like the Reddit users are all also John's fucking dummy accounts. I feel like this whole thing, John doesn't have time to fucking get a shirt with buttons or fucking get a computer that works, but he has time to make fake accounts and do stupid posts from Tom Hanks' ghost children. I bet you $1 million if you look it up online, there's like, oh yeah, there's no pictures of this kid, but it's there. There's a background. I don't know, John.
There's a picture of Tom Hanks dressed as Fred Rogers for some reason, but that's about it.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's really oh, John. Well, folks, that's been the Two-Sided, the short, where John breaks us down some of the most important events of the local timeline. Folks, if you like local entertainment, if you like hip-hop news, well, holy shit, you're in the right place. John has his fingers on the pulse of the industry. That's right, John.
May I quote, "There is no such thing as a halfway criminal." I'm not sure exactly who I'm quoting, but I know it's a quote.
I feel like there's a fucking horrible dumb joke in here. You know, it's foot boot. What's that? For Two-Sided, by Two-Sided.
Dumb. It's just dumb.
Fucking idiots.
So we got one more segment. Do you want to pop those or leave them for the green room? It's up to you, my boy Pete.
let's do these 4. I'm going to pop these 4, and then all the rest of the messages, we will play the messages, but we're going to the green room. So anything you leave after these 4 messages, we're going to play once we end the show and go to the green room for the after show wind down where we fucking get even stupider. Oh, dare to dream. Does it happen? Oh, fucking dare. Fucking dare.
Did you say Cypress Hill? You said Cypress Hill, House of Pain, I think? What happened was, I know a little bit about that. House of Pain, Everlast was saying Cypress Hill's on that dust. They couldn't pay attention because they're on that dust, is what they said. Cypress Hill's on that dust. Soul Assassin's on that dust. Soul Assassin's kind of like a group that we're in. And Be Real was like, what the fuck? You say we're on coke? And they basically kicked him out of that shit. And I mean, I think that pretty much ended House of Pain, to be honest with you.
House of Pain's high point was Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, yes. I want the Christian single of my dreams to come into my life and tease my boner, never please my boner. And I just pray that the Lord never sees my boner. I don't know what I'm saying. I love you. I love you.
Folks, we will be passing around a collection plate for offerings during the show here. So go ahead and open your heart, open your checkbook, and tuck into your waistband for the Lord. Amen.
That's a lie. I'm pretty sure you would say it would be a day with me, watching a movie, doing things that we love to do.
Doing the things that we'd love to do.
Really, what this Tom Hanks thing shows is that ever since Epstein died and they don't have their little convos on the flight on the way to the island, you know, kind of broke down the communications between the various cultures of entertainment. You know, maybe they should get the old Epstein Island fired back up so Drake could talk to someone like, you know, like actors or whatnot. You know, maybe they broke down the whole thing there. Maybe it's our fault. I'm kidding.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying what we're doing now isn't working, so it's not a bad idea. Let's all right, boys, you hear that? Fire up the old island. We're going to see if we can't fix this society.
Oh, my boy Pete. Let's do a shot because there's been a couple logical fallacies that have been thrown around about all of this this back and forth between Drake and Kendrick Lamar and Neil Young and Leonard Skinner and you and me, really, and us and our audience. Yeah.
Raise your glasses to logical fallacies, folks. Bink, bink, bink. Beer.
That's right. We're going to finish this all up with some logical fallacies. My boy Pete, what is a logical fallacy?
Logical fallacy is a fallacy that seems logical, but is still, and as of yet, is proven to be a fallacy.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, a little confusing, but it's anything that an argument that can be disproven through reasoning, simple reasoning.
Yeah.
So it unwinds, right?
Fallacy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eventually. But if you're very good at it, you just keep knitting, 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 and it never unwinds. Because the more they pull, the more you fucking knit. Nothing unravels. This fallacy stays intact, my friends. Two-sided, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, 4 a.m. Greenwich Mean Sandwich time on Wednesdays if you're across the pond.
So, yeah, all that. And it's different from a subjective argument. That is one that can be disproven with facts or can be argued, but only with facts. This is, to be a logical fallacy, it must be logically flawed or deceptive in some way, and therefore reasoning can hone it out. You don't even need facts. You're like, oh, what you're saying is wrong, and therefore that's a logical fallacy. Just simply by you saying these words, that's wrong. Not any fact will disprove it, but reasoning will disprove it.
Right. Jumbo shrimp.
That's an oxymoron.
You're an oxymoron. It's a logical fallacy, John.
What is it? Government intelligence?
Yeah. A sober redhead.
All right, so what are some common types of logical fallacies? I got roughly 15 here. We'll just talk about
Let's
them
just
or not.
start popping through them, guys. Let's get your phallics out because we're about to have some Logic Town time.
In Logic Town. I like Logic Town.
Yeah. Not as fun as Phallus Town. Oh, it's Fallacy Town. That's fucked up.
Still not fun.
Never mind. Not as fun.
The most famous, I believe, purely because it's in Latin, where most of the rest aren't, is ad hominem.
Oh my God. Say everything you said again because it slowed down and sped up and went very fast. Blah, 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 blah.
One of the most famous logical fallacies, and I believe purely because it's in Latin, where most of them are not, is ad hominem.
Ad hominem. That means it's the opposite of subtracting hominem.
It is, yeah.
Minus less homonyms, more homonyms than less nims. Bomb. I know this one. If you hum a few bars, I'll say the rest of it. It's the you've the right to remain. Nope, that's not it. A jury of your peers. Nope, speedy trial. A right to bear arms.
Bear arms. No, there's two sides to every homonym. There's the add and the subtract, right? No. Ad hominem is the fallacy that attempts to invalidate an opponent's position based on personal trait or fact about the opponent rather than through logic.
Hi, how you doing? Ad hominem. Ed, ad. Doesn't matter. What do you do, Ed? I'm in ads. Ad hominem. Ad hominems. We're here to disprove all your logical fallacies just by talking shit about you. Ad hominem, ad hominems.
Yeah.
Folks, you like logical fallacies? You're going to love ad hominems, ad hominems. Coming to you in the homonym district. Homonym. No ads at this side. Sorry, go ahead, John.
Okay, well, let's... there's stupid examples that they give. I don't want them. So let's do an actual... I don't want them either. So let's do our own example. What is an example of ad hominem? My boy Pete, here is this very logical argument that I've given about E equals MC squared being a finite truth.
John, fuck your couch. You're just making shit up. You don't know shit about shit. You're an ad hominem.
Is it because I'm a ginger? That would be the ad hominem.
No, the whole thing is you're stupid, John. And
there
that's inherently true because gingers are stupid and they're drug addicts.
There you go. Wait, what?
No, I said apparently they're drug addicts. Allegedly, they're stupid.
Well, speaking of stupid drug addict gingers, the next logical fallacy we have is the red herring.
Oh, John, the red herring. That's look over here. But what? That's not it. This isn't the herring I've been looking for. This is a red herring. They said, don't eat the red herring or the yellow snow. That was the first thing when you get off the plane in the Netherlands. They say, oh, yeah, stay away from the red herrings and the yellow snow. Welcome to the Netherlands.
This has become a very profitable plot usage in both mystery novels and movies across the board, right? The red herring.
Because you, especially now, because everyone is expecting, they're trying to anticipate. So you have the red herring and the red herring. There's multiple Swedish fish floating around.
Right. So you shift the debate at hand by introducing a completely irrelevant point, and therefore everyone's looking at that irrelevant point, or they're being misled by like, oh, he done it when actually they done it.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I can't believe the it's not butter. Oh. No, that's not it. Remember that time you had breakfast and you're like, I want to feel incredulous during breakfast. I can't believe it's not butter. Fuck!
This example is so silly, I actually want to say it. For red herring, it is losing a tooth can be scary, but have you heard about the tooth fairy?
Jesus Christ, Joe. Yeah.
I don't even fully know if that's actual red herring.
No, it's not. It's just no, it's not. Because you'd be like, hey, John, dying from testicular cancer is scary, but have you heard about heaven?
Right, yes. So it's like a comfort thing. It's not a red herring.
Yeah,
it's like
not a red herring.
You're gonna die, but the afterlife. Hey. All right, the next one is another famous one. Straw man.
This is the Slender Man's cousin.
Not the bees, right? Wicker Man's cousin.
Yeah, exactly. So many men, so little time. John, tell me about the Wicker Man. Nope. Tell me about Beetlejuice. That's not it. Tell me about Straw Man. It's the one that it doesn't hold up to it's the thing that
So you just use a hyperbolic, inaccurate version of the opposition and say, they're telling us, and so you create this straw man argument.
There we go.
They're telling us the Dems are doing this, right? And it's not one specific person's quote that you are arguing against, but it's just like a general but also very exaggerated version. And it's the us and them. It's them and us got to stick together.
Yeah, this is the two-sided pod. Folks, everybody, and I can speak directly to you listeners out there, and you know who I'm talking to. I'm looking you dead in the eye. Everybody who knows anything about anything knows that John is trying to remove buttons from all shirts in the land, and we can't have that because we stand strong for buttons, our snaps, all of our fasteners. Because if you don't have buttons, what fun is it to pull things apart if they don't rip? Because then you'll just be ripping seams and you can't be replacing that. Nobody has time for that. A vote for my boy Pete is a vote for buttons.
Well, that kind of leads us to equivocation. Equivocation is a statement crafted to mislead or confuse readers or listeners by using multiple meanings or interpretations of a word, or simply through unclear phrasing.
Yeah. What do you mean by is, John? I'm not sure I follow.
While I have a clear plan for campus budget that accounts for every dollar spent, my opponent simply wants to throw money at special interest projects.
All right, guys. He may be right. I do like the ladies and I like the nose candy. But that's an interest to me and a lot of special people in my life. So, number one, I don't deny it. But number two, there's enough slush fund for all of us, baby. A vote for my boy Pete is a vote for slush fund freedom. Woo!
Well, that slush fund might lead us to our slippery slope, the next logical fallacy.
That is a very specific thing, John. I believe wholeheartedly in slippery slopes. I live my life on slippery slopes, and I lose quite often.
Well, the slippery slope is, the fallacy is that the arguer claims a specific series of events will follow one starting point, typically with no supporting evidence for that chain of events. It's like, this is going to happen, and then all this is going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. No, John, I live my life that way. John, if I agree with you on this point, fucking the world will fall into chaos. Dogs will sleep with cats, lions with lambs, the sun will align with Jupiter. Fucking shit, John. I can't have it, and I'm not even going to start trying because I don't want to risk it, bud. Not for me, not for you, not for the people. You know what I mean?
I do. And that was a pretty hasty generalization, which is our next logical fallacy. A hasty generalization is a statement made after considering just one or a few examples rather than relying on more extensive research to back up the claim. It's
Yes.
important. Yeah.
No, go ahead. Finish what you're saying. I want more, little more data on this.
You got to keep in mind what constitutes sufficient research depends on the issue at hand and the statement being made about it.
Oh, so if you have put in the time, the research, have the wherewithal, and what the statement is coming from said research, and the summary of or conclusion of one's gathering of facts.
Yes.
All gingers are fucking stupid. Trust me, I've worked with one on Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. I know this to be true. And they're alcoholics.
Well, that kind of leads to our next one, appeal to authority as you appeal to your own. So this fallacy is the arguer claims an authority figure's expertise to support a claim despite this expertise being irrelevant or overstated. Like all gingers are drunks and stupid, trust me, I've worked with one on Tuesdays, so that's my authority to say so.
So far, everything you're saying makes perfect sense to me. I was doing this show on a Tuesday, and a stupid ginger, a drunk ginger, came to me with booze streaming down his face, his big slack-jawed face. He said, "Buh, buh, I'm a big dumb ginger." I said, "Yep. Turns out you're not just a straw man. You're a logical fallacy." Ad hominem.
Listen, there might be a false dilemma here because our next fallacy is the false dilemma fallacy, also known as false dichotomy, which claims that there are only two options in a given situation. These two options are extreme opposites.
I heard about that. My buddy went in for he was going to get a dichotomy. Turns out it was a false dichotomy. Ended up getting his wife pregnant like 3 months later. Yeah. Turns out didn't take. It was a false dichotomy.
Right. Yeah. I love the click going on here.
Well, I mean, John, I'm nothing if not a fucking Foley artist at heart.
If you don't support my decision to do this segment, my boy Pete, you were never really my friend, is the example of the false dichotomy or the false dilemma.
Right. If you don't fucking get in the driver's seat and hold this bag when the cops come up to the window, you were never truly wanting to hang out next weekend anyway.
I mean, where the truth is much more reasonable that I didn't acknowledge. You were once my friend. Anyway, the next one is bandwagon fallacy.
Hold on, John. I'm going to slow this one down so everybody can jump on as you explain it. This one's a good one. I think we can all get on board this guy.
And he explained it because it's a thing to do because it's popular. Yeah, you got that. Let's move right along.
No, John, fuck no. I'm going to pass out pitchforks and torches. We're going to take this bandwagon all over town. Okay, all right, fair enough. Guys, I'll pull it back around after John's finished reading the next ones. He's on a roll here. Let's not stop him.
That one, I guess, is the closest to mob mentality, right? It's the, everyone do this! And people are like, I don't know if everyone else is doing it. No, I'm not even thinking anymore.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm just saying.
You're agreeing with my logic. You're not actually agreeing with the fallacy, right?
No, I feel like you were so convincing. I was like, yeah, we should throw bricks through windows. Fuck yeah, John. Come on. As long as you don't hurt a specific person. Yeah, mob mentality is awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure mob mentality has never been used to hurt a specific person.
No, I'm saying that's when it's not okay, John. I'm saying it's cool when you're doing property damage. That's fun.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. And speaking of being okay with that, the next one is appeal to ignorance. Allegedly. Because I don't know. I'm a little ignorant on this matter.
Well, let me appeal to that whole thing, John, because you stupid, drunken ginger son of a bitch. It's in your best interest if you listen to me now, because I know you've had a hard life. You simple man who doesn't understand basic concepts. John, let me appeal to your sense of simplicity. No, go ahead. What do you have to say?
Close, but no. Cigar. The ignorance fallacy, appeal to ignorance, is actually that it can't, it must be true because it hasn't been proven false. It's also known as the burden of proof fallacy. And so if you haven't 100% proven it false, then it must be true. That's ignorance.
Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. Fucking ignorant.
This, I believe, is my boy Pete's favorite fallacy, which is the circular argument.
Okay. Because, I like things that never end, so I'm ready to take this ride.
So it's the one that uses the same statement as both the premise and the conclusion. No new information or justification is introduced.
Oh, John! John! Fuck you. Why? Because fuck you. That's why.
100%. I'll agree with that. That was the circular argument.
God damn. Sometimes when you live a certain way, it all pays off. 40 years of not making friends, of being the pariah has come to pay fucking full circle now, baby. Fuck yeah.
There's the sunk cost fallacy, where the arguer justifies their decision to continue a specific course of action by the amount of time or money they've already spent on it. Like, we put this much in, might as well keep going forward, even though everyone sees it's bad.
Very Lady Macbeth of you.
Yeah, or whoever you like to quote about the blood.
Yeah, isn't that the? Is it Macduff? Is it? I thought it was Lady Macbeth. Is it? Is it? Ruprecht?
It's Rupert.
Yeah. Man, we're going to Oklahoma. Oklahoma.
Why's he got that eye patch?
Well, we're so steeped in blood because they poked my other eye out. We might as well go forward. I believe that's the quote from Shakespeare's Macbeth. Act 2, Scene 1, Cousin Ruprecht goes to Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Excuse me, I need to use the bathroom. Thank you.
John. Anyway, yeah, we're so fucked, so we might as well keep going. Like at this point.
Have you ever finished a book and or a movie, even though you're like, this is terrible, but I'm over halfway in?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
100%.
That's a sunk cost.
Like 100%. Like there's been a lot of things like, motherfucker. And yeah, you'll start to drink a little heavier or smoke a little more. Or
find ways through the blood.
Yeah, exactly. But you're invested. Same thing as like you're going through a street fair, you've already hit like 3 vendors. Like, my parking spot is right there. I might as well hit these other 2. I'm already going to go to jail, and I don't want to walk this other fucking block.
This is also why so many people who are being swindled by confidence people, con men, double down as they know they're being swindled. they like dig in. They're like, oh, nope, nope, nope. No, everything's telling me, including my friends, this and my brain, this is all wrong. Keep on going.
That's what I fucking bank on, John. That's what I hope people really tune into in their own personal lives when they listen to the Two-Sided Pod here every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's 4 a.m. Greenwich Mean Sandwich time. You know it's wrong, but it feels so right. Why should you stop tuning in? That's right, folks. Tell your friends, tell your parents, tell your parole officer. We'll be here next week.
If you want to see a bully just mercilessly attack his friend, or maybe not because he keeps on saying, come on, tune on in, because the next fallacy is the appeal to pity.
You guys want to see a dead body?
Sorry, guilt or pity? Oh,
the appeal to pity.
You guys, John's all fucked up. I made him see a dead body. You should probably go talk to him. Maybe tune into his show. Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's 4 a.m. Greenwich Mean Sandwich time. Don't look at the body. He'll be scarred like John.
So the appeal to pity attempts to sway readers or listeners' opinion by provoking them emotionally. Oh, woe is me. My argument's right.
See, you see that a lot in the all the talent shows, in all of the cooking shows, the Big Brothers, any competition show. They all get to know each other. Like, well, I'm here, and my cousin has lupus, and my father's name is Lupus, and my favorite flower is a lupus. It's a very confusing time in my life, and I think $1 million would really, really help me get through the lupus phase in my life. Thanks, vote for me. You see it all the time, John.
Yeah.
I see it from you. You give me all that bullshit. The fucking weepy, ginger, slack-eyed look. Like, whoa, been a hard day. Fucking, they told me I had to fucking button my shirt at work. It was hot. My neck felt like it was being choked. Boo. Yeah, I get it. Boo.
I don't know why, but I think this is my favorite of the fallacies. The causal fallacy, also known as correlation equals causation fallacy.
Oh, that's a good one. Do you remember our psychology teacher at EA? Fucking, what was his name? He was a fucking Arizona-looking dude, had a mustache, smoked fucking a pack a day all the time. And one of his things, because he did the correlation fallacy, he would pull up his pack of cigarettes. He's like, smoking causes lung cancer.
Dr.
No,
Weaver.
it doesn't. Dr. Weaver. Yeah. I took him, and his shit was, I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, it doesn't, Doc Weaver. And I'd be like, I'd come in and smoke a cigarette, and I could finish my smoke with him. Like, I don't got to be until he's in. Right. It was my favorite thing, like my favorite class. And no one could give me shit for smoking because he smoked. And I was like, this is great.
Yeah.
Right next to him. And if they're like, you smell like cigarettes, you smell like a box of fucking shit. It was great.
Doesn't mean I'm dying of cancer. Causation, right? Correlation does not equal causation.
Causation, exactly.
Yeah. So the relationship between two things where one cannot actually be proven. Oh, because this is happening. They're smoking together, and it says that if she smokes, she pokes, then they're having sex.
Right.
That works. Yeah, actually, yeah. No, that's actually right. Yeah. It's weird, but yeah.
No, it does. It was really awesome. That's how I made a lot of friends in college. Smoke, like, all right, guess I'm smoking over here now.
And appeal to hypocrisy. This is also known as the tu quoque. Yeah, I think I said that right. Tu quoque fallacy.
Tu quoque. I don't know what that means. Okay.
Well, it's a rebuttal that responds to one claim with reactive criticism rather than a response to the claim itself. And so the claim has triggered you. Ah! but you
Okay.
actually don't talk about the claim itself.
Right. Maybe your eyelashes are getting in the way. Huh? Your badly built bleached blonde body. Huh? No, no, it's where you stop talking about the event. You start taking jabs and affronts at
Oh,
specific
100%.
people.
Yeah, the example they have is pretty apropos. It's you don't have enough experience to be a new leader, which you may be able to prove with facts, and then the other person just goes, "Neither do you." So they're just looking at the claim, but not the claim.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh. Your mom dresses you funny.
exactly.
Okay, I like that. I do a lot of that. I'm with that, but I feel like if you do it in a circular fashion, it can work well. John, I feel like this has been one of the most beneficial segments for me because I'm just going to hone some of my arguments and like really use some of these to my benefit, John. I'm going to really, I believe it's called honing the craft. When one is an artist, John, one likes to take the time to get better.
Well, I had this as a bonus, truly, but because you like this segment so much, I have one last little bit, and it's vaguenesses, evasions, and misstatements. So vagueness is simply lies in truth's closings.
That I can tell you is how I live. I will talk to no one knows specifically what's going on, but no one feels like I'm not giving them information.
Generally, yeah.
Yeah. My whole goal in life is to be vague enough that no one can testify in a court of law, John. That is, unless I'm on camera, plausible deniability, bud.
Misstatements often take a quote out of context to prove a point.
Right. I definitely heard you say previously that no, nothing there. No. Out of context, yeah. No. Go ahead.
Another example of misstatement is stating that billions of people are happy with the product just because billions of people were served the product.
Okay. Would it have to be billions of people served? Could you just say billions? Would it be the same way as saying I'm literally sick of dealing with gingers? Would that be an overstatement? Because I'm not literally sick of dealing with gingers. I'm sick of dealing with gingers, right? But it's not literally. So that
But
would be an overstatement.
it's a misstatement because it's a colloquialism that you're trying to use as a logical argument. So yeah, it would work.
So it would work as kind of an example, but holy shit. That explanation made me even more sick. So literally.
And evasions. What could be an example of an evasion? FFP?
I don't know what you're actually referring to. There's nothing that comes to mind.
How's your mom?
Great.
All right. Yeah. Hey, good talk. And that's an evasion, right? You were floundering, and I evaded into something else that had nothing to do with anything.
Okay. See, I believe I would say that's a segue that you didn't pull off well. Evading is to not provide information or open. Evading would be, you know what? That wouldn't be saying fine, great, would not be an evasion. An evasion would be what makes you think that I have a mother? In what kind of a world do you think you can ask those questions to me?
That's a good question, Barbara. And I want to take this time to talk about, is it a common political thing that one Alaskan governor said, would you like to answer that question? No, I would not. Anyway, let's talk about this, because she wasn't really good at evasion.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's fantastic. No, but listen to this.
No, I would not. The sources for this episode of Two Sided have been first segment, Rolling Stone magazine, The Independent of UK, and Far Out magazine. Second segment, Grammarly.com, YourLogicFallacyIs.com, and University of Nevada, Reno. And the short, The National Post of UK.
Hi, Sean. I say let's all give John a round of applause. Let's start slow, but then really build up. So it just kind of a roar and woo! Fuck yeah! No, let's all fucking calm down. We start dancing like that. It makes everyone uncomfortable. Now let's all stare, whisper to each other, and point like this fucking guy. All right, bud. That's a face that only a mother would not drown in a tub.
Any sources for you, my boy Pete?
No, John, my sources were just dealing with you. My sources were psilocybin, alcohol, caffeine, THC, cannabinoids, some uppers, some laughers, some downers, some screamers, some reds, some blues, some me's, some you's. Ain't that right, John?
That's right. And now it's time for your favorite game and mine. My boy Pete, what's the through line?
Jesus Christ. Because everyone written this shit down. All right, so fair enough. It's first segment was
rivalries expressed through songs.
Rivalries in music. Second was
Tom Hanks getting the explanation from his son Chet about Kendra Lamar and Kendra
rivalries in song. John Peacock making up a character. And the third segment was
we just did it.
Yeah, no, I know. I was here. And it was really good.
Logical fallacies, my friend.
No, John, it's not that. Let's see, what was it? It's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, we'll go with yours. Ad hominems. John, so logical fallacies. What is the through line that musical beasts, made up sons, and logical fallacies? John, they're all things that are fairy tales. They're all things that don't have any bearing in our life. John's characters, musical feuds, or no, let's take it back. Great music came from this learning. We learn the benefit of art. The benefit we learn, we grow as a people, a society. As society grows, with me. Southern Mound don't need the ginger round anyhow. Diddle diddle ding ding. We learn, we grow as a society from the shared knowledge of conflict. Conflict breeds chaos. Only the strong survive. None shall pass. None shall pass. No. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Final answer that communication is the key to growth. Communication is the key to growth. Final answer.
That's right. Rivalries make great art, especially when explained to Tom Hanks.
Woo! Chet Hanks, you're a goddamn golden god. You're like Icarus. You two flew too close to the Hanks, my friend. You're way too close to the Hanks hierarchy to be that beautiful. Come down to earth and be a ginger rapper made up of a peacock co-host on Tuesday nights.
Pete, before we get out of here, is there anything from this episode you'd like to take a second glance at, a second look, a second thought, a second opinion? This is Pete's Retraction Corner.
No, John, well, a little bit. One, and you do a little more reading. 2, need to do a little more drinking. 3, I need to not let any more of your bullshit slide by, John. I feel like you're doing great, but I really need to tighten that chain. I really need to, because if you let things slack off, the show gets all loosey-goosey, baby. We're on a tight ship around this motherfucker. 8 p.m. Pacific-ish. 11 p.m. Pacific-ish. Two totally different times, 3 hours apart. Fucking idiot. No, John, I take nothing back. I regret nothing. I can see my house from here.
One hand washes the other. I fear nothing.
Because since you're on mute, I guess I'll be the only one drinking and talking. Cheers, bud.
Cheers. Cheers. I fear nothing. All right. Bagal and Bagal. That's thanks for listening, everybody. That's our show. We have our open chat show continuing for those listening live on Stereo app and watching on YouTube right now. So if you are hearing this or watching this live, regardless of the platform, stick around. And if you're hearing this later and you want to join us in the green room for after show wind downs or want to throw some topics out there, email twosidedpod@gmail.com. That's TWO sidedpod@gmail.com. That's a wrap for tonight. I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
I'm my boy Pete in Southern California.
And this was our show. You can eavesdrop wherever you get your podcasts and even join us live, both on our YouTube channel, handle @2sidedpod, all one word, and the Stereo app every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, as we talk about the two sides of life, the fun and the serious. Here at Two-Sided. Be Pete.
Boom, baby. Welcome to the green room. Here we are. Holy shit. What a ride that was, folks. I can't say that it was unpleasant. I can only say that it was unneeded. I do believe that the word for today is superfluous. We were like the fins on a 57 Chevy. We were like the nipples on a man. Great for decoration. Fun to be around. No need for him. Ain't that right, John? He's not here, but oh wait, he could be here. Could be. Who knows? There's a ginger here every day, only Tuesday away. Here he comes. Hey, what's happening? What are you doing? All right, John's back. John's back, baby. All right, well, go ahead, take care of your business, John. And then when you come back, we're going to pop these packets. But until then, folks, we're live on the stereo streets. We're live on the YouTube. So anyone in the streets, if you click that link above your head, you'll see our... No, you won't. You'll see my face, which is unfortunate at this point. But good luck to you. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. What's been going on, motherfuckers? Here's the deal. let me say this. It's been a hell of a week. Every time we come to this show, it's a Tuesday night. You're just getting into it, right? Like Sunday, you're prepping for the weekend or the week. Monday, it's not a good one. And Tuesday, you kind of hit the stride, but you're not. And now you have to do the show, talk with John, the things, and take the shots. And I'll be honest, Wednesday's a rough day. But I feel like a hump day is you got to earn it. If you don't earn it, what's it good for? Absolutely nothing. Huh! Ha! What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Come on, John. Say it again. Ha! Ha! Huh! Tuesday. Huh! Excited. Podcast on with John L. Peacock. Yeah, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again now. John L. Peacock is a ginger. Nothing. Sorry, folks. I get distracted. I lose my own. Ha! Say it again, John.
Oh man, talking about me.
John. Just when I think you can't get any worse, you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself. Man, you're fucking awesome.
Hey, I'm ready. Pop those faggots.
Here we go, bud.
So you guys are both comedy fans. I have a question for both of you dudes. What's your favorite teenage comedy movie of all time? Is it American Pie? Is it Can't Hardly Wait? Is it The Breakfast Club? Is it 16 Candles? Dun, 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 dun. Wish I had my guitar. Dun, 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 dun. Angus, Superbad. A lot of people think Superbad's the greatest one of all time, and they might be right. Yeah, so tell me your guys' opinion.
Okay. All right. 16 candles. Do 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 do.
That's all you got?
Because no, I have in my mind. Do you remember back in like the 90s where they would have the commercials like, if you call now, you can get the 17 CD set of all the lovely hits of the 50s and 60s with such things as the Platters, Only You, or the Bangles, but it was like, I remember the songs and they would play the little clips. 16 candles, doo-doo-doo. Only a deer has to fall. Only you. And it was all the things. All right, and if you act now, we'll throw in the bonus CD of country hits of men who lost their dogs. That's right, folks. If you call in now, you'll get the fun family hits from the Wainwrights and all their family glory. Oh, oops, I buried Grandma in the garden.
To bring us back to the question and why I popped in, I've always been a big fan growing up of Breakfast Club. That's one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah.
16 Candles is good. Hey, 16 Candles is good. Now we're both on the pill. Do you know what something like that could do to a man like me at my age? Which is, I think, the best quote from 16 Candles. But what about 10 Things I Hate About You?
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
That's also good. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's good. There's a couple of moments. It's like, didn't age super great. Dazed and Confused. Dazed and Confused.
Didn't age super great. You know what I like about high school girls? Older I get, they stay the same age. All right.
10 Things I Hate About You, man.
No, also not good because Heath Ledger wasn't great in that.
What are you talking about? He did Donkashane.
He did Too Many Drugs, John.
Not then. That was later.
Maybe. We don't know. What about Dream a Little Dream? Corey Haim, Corey Feldman.
Oh, but they all did drugs and one of them died. So, causation, correlation, and all that,
You know what? Your guy died first.
Hit the next packet.
Fair enough. I'm just glad you didn't bring
Mosquito Coast in there if we're going to have a little
River Phoenix argument. Holy shit.
I'm so glad that American politics has finally come like professional wrestling. It tickles my fancy, and I think it's time. We liberate some guns from a armed reserve from the hills of West Virginia. I think we need to start a revolution. I think Illinois should be taught in school, and I think there should be a barbecue on every plate in every American's home right now. But I'm just very passionate about that. So,
goddamn straight. All right, I'm with you on like a few of those things. I am not mad at the barbecue or Elvis. I'll be honest. I will be honest. Did you see?
Dude, this is, I think, John Brown coming to us from the grave. He's going to overtake that armory in West Virginia. John Brown, one of my favorite people. John Brown.
John Brown.
Did I see?
Did you see on Netflix the show Paradise PD?
You introduced me to it. I saw a bit of it. I didn't see all of it. Is it done? I don't know. I dropped off, but I saw a bit of it. Several episodes.
You should watch more because they did one where, and it was so fucking funny, where they had so people were anti-guns. There were pro-guns, anti-guns, like NRA, like it was like the normal fight, right? So then NRA came up with, we're going to do smart guns. So everybody gets a smart gun, and so you get a gun that's based on your personality, and it doesn't think for you. You don't have to think; it shoots for you, it thinks for you. So it takes all the umbrage off you, all the stuff, and it's like then the guns don't want to. The guns have sentience, like we don't want to shoot anymore, so they start disarming themselves, and everyone's like, "We got to disarm people, take those guns away." And like, wait, are we for the guns or against the guns? We're against the guns, for the guns, being against the guns. It's fantastic.
Shout out to Paradise PD.
Shout out to barbecue, John. Shout out to barbecue. I'm letting you know that it makes me sad that I don't live in the South when it comes to barbecue joints. Like I have the greatest ability to find Mexican food, like fucking authentic. I can get different kinds, different regions of Mexico, specific, authentic. But good barbecue is not easy to come by. You get one kind, like, oh, that's it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Right. And they don't even claim a region. They're just like, we're the barbecue.
Yeah, we do barbecue. Man, that's some shit.
Right. You got some vinegar in there? Is it a dry rub? What's going on? Are we brisketing? Is it pulled pork? Right. Come on.
All right. Oh, is this St. Louis? I hope not. I mean, that's good, but that's not what I'm looking for.
I want to know, is this Kansas City, Kansas, or Kansas City, Missouri? Because that makes a huge difference.
Right. What's the deal with America? Why can't we come up with different names for cities? Am I right? And another thing, John.
Where are my Springfieldians at? Woo!
You guys like Paris? Woo! Texas? All right. Different kinds of berets. Better barbecue.
New Mexico, not better barbecue.
Regionally, though, that is one thing I will say. As far as like a country region, like there's a lot of South America. But I feel like maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know enough. But regionally, the cuisine regionally changes so drastically, and it's like so amazing across this one country instead of being concentrated. We do everything not as well. We have a couple of things super good. You guys like our pizza? We have the best pizza. You guys like our? What about our tacos? We have the best tacos.
Well, I think you're saying, and I want to just clarify for me, maybe others, that the general food of America is bland-ish, generalized, but in the regions, that's where the good stuff is, and you can't really get that stuff in America outside that region. Like as good as it is, it'll be a bland version of it.
Right. Yes. Yes, that. But I was saying more that it's more varied. You can, go from one state to the next. If you travel across France, if you travel across a country,
can you name another country?
If you travel across the Vatican City. Thanks, John. I've been working hard. I was waiting for you to.
We gotta go.
And that's our time, folks. If you like geography with my boy Pete, you'll love him next time on his thoughts on the Vatican City and all their fine cuisine.
And all of their Swiss soldiers.
Well, if you like their knives, you'll love their cuisine. Welcome to Vatican City and the Swiss who bring it to a table. Jesus, John.
You know they have to be young, like under 24, Swiss, and like beautiful to be a soldier at the Vatican City, which makes no sense.
No, you also have to have loose morals, poor connection with your family. You have to have a father who wasn't around much.
An over devotion to the Pope and a comfy chair, right?
Exactly, John. Are you good with secrets? Are you good with secrets? Do you have daddy issues? Well, look no further. Come on down. For one only time, the Pope can offer you job too.
And when you turn 24, he kick you out. Oh, you're Swedish? No, Swiss. Swiss only.
Right. It's like Leonardo DiCaprio's girlfriends. All right.
Allegedly. No,
allegedly, I need you Swiss, good looking, but if you turn 24, fucking kicking you out.
56? Yeah.
Yeah. And when you see the white smoke come from my chimney, that means I have a new girlfriend.
I voted. I mean, we voted. Yeah. I voted.
I'm with it, man. He's like, there's a few people in Hollywood who sold their soul to devils, and there's something going on. It is not normal. Like Tom Cruise, Leonardo DiCaprio, when you're getting like, motherfucker, you're getting like your 60s, you're getting 70s, and you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck's happening? Like, is this whole Scientology thing really working out? Maybe I need to go check that out. I mean, you got that Katie Holmes thing didn't work out for you, but eternal life is a pretty good thing there, Tom. So if you look at that, I don't know, Tom. Pretty good.
Well, and Leo went through his growing pains pretty early, so he didn't have to grow anymore.
Right. Well, when you have a father like Tom Seaver, you didn't think you were going to slip that one by me, did
you? Pete, would you like to finish your answer? So if you go across a country like France or insert other country here, yes?
No. Norway, Denmark, Copenhagen. Copenhagen.
Did you slip a capital in there?
Yeah. Texas, whatever country you're going to. John, we're not here for a smart time, John. We're here for an illogically good time. John, what I say might not make a lot of sense, but it makes a lot of happiness. So I need you to shut the fuck up and listen to me now. All right? Thanks, bud. This one's for the kids. Shut the fuck up. When it comes to cuisine, fucking John. No, I'm just saying you can get you can get fucking quinoa in California. You can get fucking green chilies in New Mexico. You can get meth in Arizona. You can get fucking great barbecue in Texas. You can get all the way through, and like here's these, granted it has the influence, but here's New Orleans, the gumbo, it's granted it's French influence, but everything is, it's very regional, and you move out of that
Jambalaya,
region,
gumbo.
yeah,
yeah.
And like you go to New York, and here's like
bagels
and hammer attacks. I don't know, John, but let me just say, I know when you get to Maine or Delaware, there's a lobster roll in my fucking future. In Maryland,
in Maine, they sell it in the gas station and in McDonald's. They have lobster rolls both at McDonald's and gas stations in Maine. It's so plentiful.
That's crazy. In gas stations in California, would they sell sushi here? Fucking sushi in gas stations. Regional fucking shit, guys. It's bullshit.
Come to Arizona, have some meth. It's the best around, apparently.
Right. Well, I didn't say it's the best. I say we have it. You want good meth? I can get you good meth. Allegedly.
I think we have the best 24-hour Mexican drive-throughs. I think we're slightly better than y'all. You have other Mexican food that's better than us in Southern California, but Arizona has the best 24-hour Filibertos and the variations thereof.
We have, because there's a lot here, but the ones that are 24 hours are not as good or plentiful. We have a lot of really cool shit. We have a lot more fucking food trucks, which is badass.
Yeah,
because you find some amazing shit on food trucks, like things that I don't think are fucking legal sometimes. Like, I don't feel like this truck is registered, like not with the Board of Health or the DMV or like at all. Like it fucking that's a fucking dog tag, like from the army. And that's the only identification.
I don't think that's our army. I don't think that's the U.S. Army.
I don't think we won that one. Huh. Give me number 2 and number 1.
You guys are really pumped up on social media. I'm excited.
You guys, I'm all in. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
one thing, because
Arizona can't really have food trucks because it's too hot. It's the desert, right? Yeah.
Well, and they're the places they can have them, but they're a lot more strict and they're a lot more specific. Dude, they're here. They're all the time. And there's a couple places. There's one of the best fucking taco places in downtown. They were selling. It was a family selling on the street, like in carts, and they got ticketed a couple times. And so they made friends with people who own the tire store, and it's a big yard. And so they start at like 4 p.m., 5 p.m., open the tire yard, and you come into like it's private property in the tire yard.
Right. Cops can't do
tacos, and it's like till 2 a.m. and it's some of the best fucking tacos I've had, and it's just packed all the time, and it's just people around, like, but it's private property. You can do whatever you want, which is pretty awesome because you can do whatever you want.
You're just gonna leave it there, okay? Yeah, right. Food trucks. I think Austin is known for the food truck scene as well. Portland, Oregon, not Maine. And New York. New York's been building up our food truck scene pretty well, especially with the halal, but Mexican as well, like the birrar. Birra. Yeah. Yes, that's it. It's the new trend. I think New York kind of started it. It's good. It's okay. No, I like it.
New York didn't start it, bro. New York didn't start it. We have it. It's so big in Southern California because that was It's from not Jalisco. It's I forget the region in Mexico, but it's it's in Del Taco now. You can get and it comes with the fucking the little old bean cup of consomme.
Yeah.
And you can get the like it's what the fuck, dude. Once it's this, it's like Jesus Christ.
And for those who aren't familiar with Del Taco from Southern California, it is a regional ripoff of Taco Bell. Just straight up regional ripoff of Taco Bell.
It's Taco Bell. It's Taco Bell, but fucking Southern California.
Yeah.
Ripoff.
That's why they have birra.
Birra. Crazy town. All right, well, we got a message. Oh shit, Mind Fox. What it do? What it do? You guys, sorry for kind of going off on a tangent, but I just really don't care what you think, and I don't want any of your opinions on fucking how we run this show. Isn't that right, John? No, I'm just saying because it's quiet as a fucking church mouse in here. These motherfuckers in streets are usually talkative as either we got a lot to say and they are learning from us, or apparently everyone's had strokes. You guys all had Did you guys all join Heaven's Gate and not tell us? You guys fucking bought the white Nikes and fucking drank the Kool-Aid during this broadcast? Holy shit. All right. I'm gonna pop this packet or two. See, fucking, we're doing a fucking sign of life. Shh, quiet. Here we go.
You know what? Fuck you for saying that. And it's so true. I actually, when I first moved to Arizona, got corrected by somebody. And that's the day that and I remember it well, that's the day I learned what a tweaker was. Because we witnessed this fuckery, and that's a crackhead.
Right?
He's on some shit.
That's a crackhead.
Two people were like, no, dude. And we had just finished smoking and shit. And they were both real serious all of a sudden. No, dude, that's a tweaker.
Yeah.
I don't even do crack anymore.
Right. No. Nope.
But fuck that, man. You know, we got legal weed here.
I'm just saying.
Apparently, Odie want to say hi, too.
Who's good, Odie? Who's good, Odie? Hell yeah. See, I feel like that's going to help a lot in Arizona, especially if you have legal weed and you can take that edge off. Like, if you don't have, because that was the thing. It was, John, you remember in college, it was easier to get fucking crank than it was to get fucking kush. You can get fucking stepped on dirt weed, or you can get crank, or fucking, yeah. Crazy times. I'm just saying there's something to be said if you regulate, if you tax, if you watch everything, there's something to be said about releasing certain things. It's like, here's alcohol, here's cigarettes, here's weed. I'm really working on getting my medical cocaine card. No, sorry, officer, I have a little. Yeah, look, it's laminated and everything. It says I can hold 2 grams of coke whenever I need to, bud. Signed, doctor. Yep, you're welcome. He's foreign. He's on an exchange program. But as you'll see, it's laminated, so therefore, I believe I'm free to go, officer. Allegedly. Sorry, John. Sorry.
So here in Colorado, we have a dispensary on every corner. And you're most likely to find right next to the dispensary a food truck. We have tons of food trucks.
Hell yes.
Shops.
Hell yes.
Pot shops.
It's the old mom and pop pot shop. It's a mom and pop? No, it's a mom and pot shop. My mom runs a pot shop. What does your dad do? He's not in the picture. He doesn't run the pot shop. Oh, my dad is around. My mom isn't. It's a pot and pop shop. Pop and pop? Yeah. Mom and pop. We should do mom and pop, pot and pop. I believe that's called a monopoly, John. We can't go down that road.
And let mercy come and wash away what I've done. Erase myself, not someone I've become. Erase myself.
And that's awesome. Fucking hell yeah, Adam. We were saying some of the best music comes from musical beefs. And I feel like that sprouted from one. I don't know what. Pops and pop. Shots and pop. Pops and tots. Sorry. That's next door. We sell John. It's a mom. It's a Pop's Pop Shop, but next door to a Pops and Tots. What's that? Oh, we sell popsicles and tater tots. That's it. Brick and mortar. What kind of tots and pops you want? Oh, you're looking for Pops. Crazy town. The mailman is fucked up when he gets down here. It's crazy. If he leaves for the day, no one wants to cover for him.
Oh, my bad, you guys. I was busy filling out my bio for ScientologistMingle.com.
Hell yeah. The thetans are high in this one. I'm going to hold on to these levers. We're going to test your midichlorians. Wait, those aren't levers? Those aren't midichlorians.
Did somebody say Eric Clapton? No, they said cocaine.
John. Okay. Hear me out. So everybody, I think everyone can weigh in on this. You guys, anyone who goes to legal dispensaries, I would say the majority of us who go to legal dispensaries did not begin our purchasing history at legal dispensaries.
Allegedly.
You know what? Statute of limitations, they can fuck right off now. So, hear me out on this. Don't hate the player, John. Fucking hate the game.
Right.
Hear me out on this. Things have changed. Strains have changed. But for my 2 cents, I prefer the old days when you had like 2 great connects and like 3 or 4 people like in a pinch you could figure out whatever, like who's holding what. But your 2 good connects would come and they would have 2 or 3 different strains, and they would like have the big jars and let you take it out and finger fuck it and smell it and look at it like, ooh, here's this, and like probably smoke a bowl with you and like, all right, give me 1 of these and 2 of those. I know it sounds crazy, but it was very Pineapple Express. It was very social. It was very, and there was definite times where you're like, you want to smoke a bowl. And so you would always smoke with the person. You'd always hang out, play a video game or listen to a thing or watch a cartoon. Like it very much was that, which was fantastic sometimes, but I prefer it because I felt like you know what you're getting now. Like now everything here is pretty much sealed. Sometimes they'll open up and let you look, but you can't take it out, smell it. You don't know what. I don't know if this is the same crop as this. I don't know how long this has been fucking bagged. I don't know what the fucking deal is.
They do have that information on every bag.
Yeah, they have it, John. You're gonna be like a fucking sheep to the slaughter, John. You're just gonna believe everything that's on a bag, John. Well, not in my world, bud. Not around these parts. That why I'm gonna be living the dream after the apocalypse. You're gonna be in first to slaughter, pal. For sure. You're trusting labels. I'm trusting instinct.
No, yeah, it's like half baked. It's someone told me to come over. Something about empty pipes. Secret code. Come on in. Right.
No, that was over the top. Like that was not true either. But the idea that you had the person and like, oh yeah, what do you look? It's a halfway between Grandma's Boy and Pineapple Express. But if you didn't put the stupid comedy or the weird, and if it was just like, what's up, man? What's up? And it was friendly, like, yeah, all right, sit here, and here's the 3 different kinds.
Right. I got the lows, the mediums, the highs. There wasn't
Or I
really
got the high, and the high.
Right. It wasn't really like
that low shit,
sativa or indica back then. It was really just like this strain. I got some White Widow. I got some Northern Lights.
Yeah. This one's fucking fruity. This one smells like cat piss. This one is a skunk. And like that was the best you got.
I'm taking
this
the
one
cat
makes
piss.
I'm taking the skunk, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Sign me up on skunk all day. If it smells like something died after you bring it in from outside, like Jesus Christ, yeah. You want that piney cat piss fucking, it's good. That makes my eyes water when you smoke it. And like, it's too much here. I want it in the back of my head where I lay down and forget that I'm alive.
That's a skunk for sure.
Ooh, John. Got a couple more messages here. Ready, Freddie?
You can't keep saying pop that many times and think that Mona Lisa's not coming through playing pop. He's a big eater, poppin' perky, plumpy pussy, no playing, putting pussy on his plate. Promiscuous whiz, pornographic, play-by-play, Prince at his place. Said he's craving satin sticky, stuck it in his face. Drip, drip, drool sliding down his fucking chin. I catch it while I'm slipping, I'm so nasty, mix it in. Pop stands for pussy on a plate.
John, don't send yours back. Even if you don't want it, I'll have yours.
In the end, I got so far. In the end, it doesn't even matter. I tried so hard and got so far.
Fucking, I remember that one. Yeah. Doesn't even matter. One thing, you don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. I like to rap. I'm that kind of guy. Look at me. Why? I tried so hard to keep the rhyme. I won't stop now. I don't have time. Shut up, John. You're the one who's drunk, John. Shut up.
I'm telling you, it's the intro to Weed Etiquette. Shameless plug. You can find Weed Etiquette at Cannabis Conundrum anywhere you listen to podcasts. We even on Audible, fucking Amazon, Pandora. What you want? I mean, Spotify, iHeart, of course. Even iHeart. That's a funny joke. Anyway, I was saying something, and you can even hear the crickets in the background. Oh yeah, we did it.
Holy shit. I hope he's okay. There were crickets in the background, but then he was shot. Sounds like by someone native.
Fucking, the beginning. So we start off fucking OGs, right? You know, we've been buying weed since, I'm not going to tell you how old I am. But we've been buying weed from the homie hookup for our entire existence.
Exactly.
And we're connoisseurs.
Exactly.
got some time under the belt, right? Significant
Exactly.
under the belt. And you go into the dispensary and you're like, what's in this syringe? Can you shoot?
Right.
What is it?
What the fuck?
Why do you have so many bottles of soda? Like, what is that? Like, peanut butter looking substance. You know what I mean? Like, all of a sudden you're a noob. You're like, fuck.
Bro, 100%. Let me just, John, pipe in on this one because you can attest to this one. I pride myself in being fucking finger on the pulse. Like, fuck these newbies, man. Even that shit, like, yeah, you can adjust it. Like, put it in your eye, yeah, whatever. And even if you don't, like, yeah, cool. Like, I figure it out. I know. I can look out. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Yeah. The worst thing that will happen, like, oh, you took too much. I'm like, oh, fair enough. I can ride that. I can ride that right too, bro. When we went to Earl Camp last year, we were a little fucked up. It was a little dark, and you handed me that weird goddamn glass thing that was like a triangle. It looked like a mortal and pestle that I was gonna make guacamole with, or grind some goddamn herbs and spices for the Colonel's 7 herbs fucking delight. It was crazy town, and I was unsure. Like, all right, well, I'm either gonna hurt myself or I'm gonna ruin something. I better ask. Hey, man, why don't you fucking show me how to W? Teach me how to get high. Learn to love, Pete. All those things.
Well, and they brought it out of this like beautiful case. Had a little pillow wrapped around it, custom made for it. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
100%. I saw more beautiful shit, you guys. I saw more fucking crazy motherfucking pieces at that place. Hear me out. Hear me out. To my defense, in my goddamn defense, yes, that was at night. I was a bit road weary. Some would say intoxicated, inebriated, 2 to maybe 17 sheets to the wind. I digress. Who knows? However, but I do know the next day in the daylight, when the light was on my side and my hands were working properly, I was much better able to understand all the contraptions being handed my way. I didn't have
the wind was at your back.
Yeah. A song in my heart, a pep in my step, the wind's at my back, and all downhill from here on out, John.
Right, in so many ways.
Let's get high and run downhill. Yeah, folks. Keep that on your calendars, everybody. Earl Camp, September.
Earl Camp. I got 5 whole days of paid leave. Maybe
when it's when you want it, right? You don't have to take it that day, right? When they're like, oh, you got to go now. You can take it whenever.
For a year, yeah. It expires.
Yeah, you'll have to
5 whole days. It expires.
5 days. They expire in 10 days. So you got to take these 5 days within the next 4 days. We give you 5 days, but if you don't take them in the next 24 hours, I'd like to go now. All right. Well, you've lost 4 days since you didn't schedule it earlier. But we'll see you back at work in 23 and a half hours. All right. What? Yeah, we've been clocking since this meeting goes. We round down.
Anyway, those should be used for Earl Camp.
I'm saying, got the van on lock. All right. A few more messages. Everyone look up Earl Camp. You fucks, look up Earl Camp. You guys. We can get enough spaces by each other. We can have our own village. We will bring enough tents and awnings for everybody. I'll have a van. It'll have a sign that says the fornication station. I don't even know what that means. They said they'd detail it if I put it on for free. I don't know. That doesn't mean anything. Anyway, let's pop these packets.
I'm a marijuana enthusiast, you know. But I'm at this age where I could give a rat's coated ass some cheese, like what strain it is. I mean, I don't care, as long as it gets me high. See, if it gets me high, then I don't care what the hell you call it. You can call it Northern Lights, you can call it fucking Superman, you can call it fucking whatever, you know. And another thing that pisses me off is these guys and these women and whoever, hippies or whatever, and they do this thing where it's like, well, hemp, it can make this, it can make a house, you can make a rug or clothes, or, it can cure cancer. I don't care. That's great that it can do all that. But as long as it gets me high, baby, damn.
Saying, hey, in that same vein, man, if it gets me high, it can make this house a home, because ain't nobody happy unless daddy's high. Believe them fucking words.
No, I should be working on my delivery, but dude, we're not smoking weed. I've had a couple beers, but we're smoking super weed. Like,
see,
turns into something. I'm like, no, not today.
That is what I'm talking about. I need to, I'm gonna fucking hit you up on the DM in September, in August, September, before you come up. So I'm gonna bring stuff out, but I want to see what you can find, and I want to shop her overseas. I know it's not a sea, but over state lines. I want to use this as a FBI hostage issue where it'll be more problematic if we cross state lines. Nope, there's nothing there. But basically, yeah, because I couldn't buy anything there. So if you can figure out what you can bring to the, well, when a mama bear loves a daddy bear, no, that's the wrong conversation. Sometimes you learn sign language, and other times you don't. Folks, I'm going to pop these packets and we're going to figure this out in post.
Wait, whoa. Y'all had options? I mean, I guess I don't know where you were, but I guess, John, it makes sense. Your proximity to Mexico. In Indiana, it was like, no, here's the weed that we have. Well, I mean, growing up, though, we're talking about, fucking, in Indiana, no, here's what we got.
Right. No, bro.
And everyone will get something new, and we'll page you.
Bro, okay, so that was me in Northern California. That was, you get what you get when you can. And that was like, oh, pick your guy up, take him here to go here to pick the thing up, and like, oh, stay here or go meet in the parking lot. But you'd have to get your guy a ride, or you'd go somewhere, or you'd have to hit him up like, yeah, it's today. Oh, it's 3:00. Oh, it's gonna be 6:00. And like, I spent more times waiting in fucking AM PM parking lots, or like tennis court parking lots of parks, just sitting on the hood of the car with homies smoking cigarettes. Like, ridiculous. Like, ridiculous. It was only after college, once I came to Southern California, and I got out here, and it was like 2000, and it was like, that's when I started meeting people who had different things of like, here's this and this and this, and like, holy shit. Okay. That was when I was changed. And I would like, it's hard to go back. It's very hard to go back to like, man, I was like Annie, and I was adopted by Daddy Warbucks, but now I have to go with Miss Hannigan and Rooster, and it's gonna be horrible. I hope Punjab comes and takes me away where there's better weed. I think there's something there.
Well, that 2000. That's around the time that we started smoking together, and you said that really like upped your smoking game.
Well, yeah, no, that was when we were, because it was right after that. Oh no, it was 2001 that I moved. Yeah, it was 2001 that I moved.
Yeah.
It was right after 9/11. So yeah, met you 2000, and we smoked together, and that was when I was smoking a lot and playing a lot of Mario Kart and GoldenEye.
Yeah.
And then moved to California and found good weed. And I'm like, holy shit, John. You don't have to have a seed container anymore. There's no such thing as seed containers, John. What's this? What's this? There's no seeds anywhere. What's this? What's this? Or stems to be aware of pulling off those buds so tender and delicious. Let's smoke. Let's smoke.
It's like talking to people under 25 about an answering machine. What is a seed container?
Right. Right. That's the thing. You fucking kids don't realize how fucking good you've got it. Back in my day, you some bitches.
And that's when you know you're old.
That's bullshit. I never thought, like, when I was going through it, and even just after, I was like, yeah, man, you got your finger to the pulse of everything, and it all changed. Like, this is all weird. What do you mean I have to order online? What do you mean there's a QR code so I can buy weed with tax? This is bullshit. Like, you gotta know a guy who knows a guy who dates a girl who fucking lives next door to somebody.
And all the 22-year-olds are just pushing past you like, old man, get out of the way. We know what we're doing.
Fuck that, man, John. You know me. Act like they've been there. Everywhere I go, I've been here before.
That's true.
Fuck you.
That's true. Pop it on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a lot to say to you. Yeah, I got a lot to say. I notice your eyes are always glued to me. Keeping them here, it makes no sense at all.
I don't know. Is that original? Pretty good, Adam.
Hey, what up? What up? Just kind of getting used to this app. I stumbled across this is like the first channel I came across. That's that's cool. So I don't know if this is funny or humor or whatever, but it's kind of just something new. Because I've kind of been crashing lately, like just been kind of on a down slope, whatever. Just kind of been feeling, and so I've been trying to like improve my spirituality and get closer to God. Both me and my partner actually are trying to do the same thing. We're two proud gay men, and we're out in New York City. And so what we've been doing lately is trying something new. We've actually been experimenting with golden showers, and so what we've been doing is we, in exchange for food, we'll go down to the homeless encampments and the homeless shelters, and we'll provide food for the homeless folks. In return, we'll ask them to pee into like solo cups, and then we'll take the pee home, we'll pour it on each other, and we'll drink the pee, and we'll like splash around in the pee, and it's really helped.
Well, God bless. God bless. That's we do like to hear about people who are reaching out and reaching up, because when the cup runneth over, that is when it do raineth upon all of us. Ain't that right, John? No, John. No, don't make that joke. You don't need to even, not going there, bud. Well, you know what? I'm glad you came across the app that said comedy humor, because John doesn't do much well, but what he does well is marketing and hashtags, because what encompasses the two-sided pod in 2 words, if one would have to say it, well, it would be comedy and humor. Something for the masses. John, I say, why streamline what is already broken? Why cross the bridge before you set it on fire? All of these questions will be answered in the two-sided pod, John. And if it does start to burn, Gregory and his partner will be there with solo cups to put out the fucking flames. Jesus, bud. Thanks for tuning in, man. Glad you're here. Comedy humor out.
Hit me up, rather, probably better on Instagram, but I'll try it here too.
No. Yeah, it'll be IG.
It'll be a lot of fun. I was thinking I grabbed like a shit ton of tarps.
Yep.
From somewhere cheap, and maybe you know what I'm talking about, Pete. Saw what they were doing the street from us.
Yep.
We can accomplish these feats.
100%. That's what I'm saying, bud. You get the tarps, I'll get the duct tape and the lime. John will get the shovels. We're going to have ourselves a grand old time. I mean, we're going to have ourselves a picnic. Nope. We're going to smoke weed and make friends. Yeah, better. Fair enough. But here's the deal. What he's meaning and what you get, but you already had it too. Like you get enough tarps and enough bungees and enough poles, you can make this fucking tent ass city with walls. And I personally, I see there should be a prison. John says there should be a mental health facility so people don't go to prison. I say, fuck off. You do the crime. You do the time. Tent city style. It's gonna be great. We're looking for deputies. We're gonna arm you with electric pipes that blow smoke in your mouth. Stop, or I will shoot this smoke in your mouth and you'll be more high than you've ever been. You get all fucking feisty, like, all right, I've had enough. You start blowing them down with smoke. Turns out, took about 3 grams. I got John in submission. I dragged him back to the fire and put a bag of marshmallows and graham crackers next to him. He'll be fine in like 2 hours. It's gonna be like Cops, John. Cops. Earl can. 121 in Bush. I got him at weed gunpoint. He seems a little bit aggressive. I'm gonna douse him with MDMA, THC, psilocybin. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. All right. We got a peacock down. We better get some Kool-Aid, some graham crackers, and I would say marshmallows. This fucking kid looks like he's gonna gun himself to death. All right. Good job, everybody.
Back in the day, we used to bitch about how many seeds were in our freaking dirt weed.
Right?
Now when you go and pick up some, if you find a seed, it's like freaking gold in there. You're like, oh shit, dude, I gotta plant this. I gotta grow this now.
Feel like I need to get your address and send you some things.
Yeah, there's no seeds nowhere. But ask yourself, if there ain't no fucking keef either. Like, they shake the fuck out these buds. They probably molest them and shit. And then they put them in a bag and sell them as an eighth or a quarter or a half. But I'm telling you, it should be a lot. Remember back in the day, they used to be super crystally, whatever the container was, a bag, a fucking plastic thing. Shit was dank. And now today, where the fuck is it? Oh, well, we got this shit wrapped in fucking, we soaked it in distillate, wrapped it in shatter, and it's ready to go for you. Oh, and we put more shatter on the outside and rolled that in keef. Well, just put the keef in my weed, motherfucker. Leave me alone.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem that I have with all the pre-rolls and all the things, the fucking steezies, the the Claibornes, any of the good shits that's like, oh, it's infused and diamond infused and this and this. Like, you're doing that much to it, man. You're hiding shit weed. Like, the weed itself is, you're not going to put primo weed and have all these flavors and crystals and things. I feel like you're going to, there's a give and a take, right? And that's the thing, bro. I'm saying I still have people on the, but they're not able to do what they're doing on the scale they were doing before because of all the legal stuff and all, you know, they're not able to move any warehouses. Like, everything's on a personal level, on you know, just for homies and personal. And like, but they'll do seed runs and they'll do different things, and like, you get some good shit, but then you'll get all these testers and like, oh, hey, you know, everything in here is really good, but it's all seeded. So you get to pull it out, but yeah, you'll have 100 seeds of like, here's this cross with this cross with this cross with this, and you know exactly what the strains were of the seeds. But you gotta fucking do the work, and I just hate that. I just fucking hate it. When we came up to Earl Camp the last time, I had a bunch of like runs like that, and fucking John sat for 3.5, 4 hours seeding buds and rolling joints, and seeding buds and rolling joints, seeding buds and rolling joints, because I wasn't going to do it.
Well, you were driving.
Well, no, I wasn't going to do it anyway. Like, eventually, like, I'm lazy as fuck when it comes to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I've also, like, that's the thing. You get that weed, and I have the grinders. Like, the amount of keef that I've gotten from the stuff I've gotten from these guys is pretty substantial. Like,
Yeah.
it's a decent amount.
Well, because you're dealing with
Saying.
people who are growing directly, or you know, are one removed from that.
Right, where there's no tumblers, because
Right.
that was the big thing when you're selling and you're trying to fucking make another fucking dollar from the shithead you're selling to. You'd fucking tumble it. It's basically the idea of a dryer on a smaller scale that has 2 or 3 different screens and then a catcher at the bottom, and it just tumbles the weed, and so all the dust falls down. It takes all the particulates, and so it leaves weed with less cannabinoids of the crystals of your
like the full spectrum. You know, in vape terms, it's like the full spectrum versus the distillate, which is just the one, and the full spectrum has those other cannabinoids.
No. This is just knocking off the excess. This is not removing. This is not separating everything from everything. This is like, oh, look how pretty you are. You're just this pretty little thing. And you just take the same thing, you just like shake it. And like, you're still the same pretty thing, and all the little things are there. You still have crystals, you still have stuff, but it's not falling off. It's not when you touch it with your fingers, it's not all on your fingers.
Yeah.
It's not.
So it's just removing the keef. It's removing the keef at that point.
Some.
A bit, right? Yeah.
A bit. So you're getting all that, and then you can take that and press that into bricks, or you can use that and just have it as a duster. So like, that would be a super shitty thing to do. What people would do, like, yeah.
Well, and people call that, if you press it enough, it suddenly is hash, which it's not the same as hash. When I found that out, I was like, oh, there's two forms of hash. One is just literally keef that's been pressed.
Right.
That's not hash.
Right. It smokes the same, but it's not hash.
Yeah.
It has the same physical aspects. It has a lot of the same reactions, but it's not hash, truly.
Yeah. Like full spectrum versus a distillate, you know? We're getting real technical here. Here on Weed Enthusiast with my boy Pete and John L. Peacock.
Well, if you like to talk about weed on the spectrum, well, here you are, a two-sided pod.
I'm not really
I
getting
feel
any
like
social cues. Maybe you should just pop some more packets.
that's great. I feel like this is something we should really pitch to Netflix because they've done Love on the Spectrum. If they can do Weed on the Spectrum, and how it makes fucking gingers like you more able to contribute to a society that people like me like to live in.
Anyway, we got
John.
pockets of pap.
Pickles to pop. Come on down to Pop's
Pop Top.
That's right. Down to Pops and Paps. Pickles and Pops. Pickles to pop.
Well, sometimes we actually put battery acid in those cups, but you didn't hear that from me.
See? Now it's all starting to make sense. All starting to make sense.
We have to have a talk. The guy, Gruggy, with the solo cups thing, we gotta get to the bottom of this because he left that same exact fucking message in my live like a week ago. So this is some kind of like kink. This is some kind of like skit. Imagine he probably wrote this out and was like, all right, I'm gonna get on stereo. This is gonna be funny. I'm gonna say the solo cup thing, the homeless thing. I bet you he even like messes up a couple times and like goes back and like redoes it. Like, fuck, I don't like how I said solo cup. Like, this is a whole, but imagine that being your skit. That's what. Shit's wild. What? That's wild.
Or he could work for the solo cup industry. And they say marketing isn't going very well. You need to get out there. It's a grassroots effort. You just got to get to the people. Talk to them on their level. He's like, all right. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I got an idea. Fucking his team meeting on Monday is going to be fucked, bro.
They said, be innovative. Fortune favors the bold. This is what I came up with.
Yeah. They said, you know what? Fucking solo cups are for winners, bud. You don't get a solo cup around here.
Put that solo cup down.
Put that fucking solo cup down. John. Marketing genius. We just witnessed a marketing genius at work. It's moments like these. I'm not going to say it was good genius, but I'm saying it was genius because it let us all learn from said genius.
His one mistake, his one flaw in the genius is that we caught on. He did it to 2 rooms he wasn't sure were connected, but they were. And when people talk, the con man gets found out.
Folks.
Marketer.
Folks, and if you like that little note, you'll love our next segment on tips for serial killers. So don't repeat the same action twice. Change those shoes, use different gloves and a mask. All right, we'll be back with a different method of strangulation next. I didn't mean strangulation. I meant drowning. Shit, they're going to find us.
Marketers.
I believe it was John L. Peacock on the podcast with a dumbbell. No, I'm sorry. It was John L. Peacock on a podcast with a dumb co-host. So close.
My baby, let's do a shot and maybe get out of here. Huh?
All right, I'll play your little fucking game, John. It's 11. It's only 11. It's 11. I could go for a hot minute more. I got a little more to say, John. I'm like a butterfly coming out of its cocoon, Sean. I just need to flap my wings a little bit to dry off before I fly off to a different location. John, I'm like a... It's springtime, and I'm as happy as a little girl, John. I hope I get it. I hope I get it. Dude, God, I need this joke. I fucking need this joke. I've never needed a joke so fucking much like now.
I've seen you've been watching Carl Sagan again.
Well, I too know people from the news.
Walter Matthau. Thank you very much.
Connie Chung.
Pause.
Wolf Blitzer.
Anderson, whatever his name is. No, Andy Anderson? No.
No. Let's just go with Anderson. Cher. Let's
Cooper.
just go with that. Popeye. We're just doing one word. Like,
Pluto.
I love this. Yeah. Brutus.
A2. All right. Yeah, that deserves a shot.
Cheers, you fuck. Back to the think tank with you.
I thought I'd get you in the trap of olive oil, thinking it was one word, but really.
All right. And this next game is called... No. You know what, John? I'm not even going to try to be fucking funny and witty. I'm just going to tell you things and then it'll stem from there. Let's be organic, John. Organic. The tongue, the teeth, the tip of the lips. Organic. Funny. Ha ha ha. Let's be regional. No, let's do...
No pesticides.
Oh.
No pesticides.
Yeah.
No pesticides. Yeah. No pesticides.
Stop using your hands. Stop using your hands. Okay. Hey, John. I've been doing a lot of YouTube searching lately, John.
Oh, have you?
A lot of videos and yeah, lots of YouTube. My whole algorithm is all fucked because it turns out it's not built for manic depression. But what I can tell you is I have found some amazing things when I come back the next day, John. I just discovered. Well, I didn't just discover. I recently discovered Japanese game shows on YouTube, like crazy fucking shit that don't have translations and don't have subtitles.
Oh,
like there's no like a lot of them don't, but you get the fucking gist of what's happening when you watch enough. And I feel like this is what Hooked on Phonics didn't do for me, John, is it's just teaching me those little intricacies. It's just like how the people communicate. You know what I mean? So, John, I've been watching a lot of that stuff. So my algorithm says, hey. I said, what algorithm said, hey, my boy Pete, what algorithm said, you like Japanese weird ass shit? I'm like, yeah, hello, yes. Well, how about this shit? Japanese game show with special guest Jack Black. It's a full game show with just the hosts doing super Japanese weird shit and Jack Black saying like, yeah, yes, and fucking Jack Black style of like, just when he comes out, there's a marching band and they all start, they're so excited, they hug him. So he starts like jumping up and down with them, and it's a whole thing. And then he starts like a dance line, and it's a whole dance thing. And then it's like they all dance together, and like it's what the fuck. And then like, oh, game show, who can put the most marshmallows in their mouths? This, okay. And then it's like, okay, who can put a super tight nylon on their head and then blow out a candle? And it's like just super random shit. And Jack Black being Jack Black. John, I want to be on a Japanese game show. I want to go to Japan, and I want to be on a game show.
Are you a producer, or have you somehow secured Jack Black and now you're just a contestant?
No. I don't give a shit about Jack Black. I don't give a shit about production. I don't give a shit about anything. I'm saying my hope, my dream, in my wish list, my hope chest, my dream journal, John, it says, my boy Pete hops on a business class flight to Japan. Why business class? Because Fucking my boy Pete doesn't do coach bitches, especially on long ass flights. You know who he is.
They recline
He's
all the way
classy
back.
like that.
The chairs recline all the way back.
Exactly. to get his ass to Japan to participate and like, oh, you're a fucking big, fat, good-looking, hilarious white guy. Of course we want you on our show with us native residents. Juxtaposition, it'll be hilarious. It'll be great. And I think I can pitch myself.
Like Tom Selleck doing baseball in Japan.
100%. Like Tom Hanks banging what's her face when he was a child and big.
So everybody, just so if you're listening, that whole story that he talked about with Jack Black, disregard that. That had nothing to do with his resolution. He just wants to be on a show, any show.
No, fuck you guys. It's not any show, every show. One thing, YouTube is awesome. Fucking awesome. Fucking great animal videos. Fucking Aussie Man reviews, hilarious. Epic fails, hilarious. Fucking Jack Black on a Japanese game show, awesome. Period. End of sentence. Return. Turn page. Page 4. Enter. Tab. Indent. You know what else I want to do, fuck? I want to be on a Japanese game show. Let me tell you about that, you son of a bitch. Yeah, I think all the people out there understood. They're like, all of them who were listening, they all put the Jack Black Japanese game show on their YouTube watch list for later. And then they're like, tell us more about what you would do on your Japanese game show, my boy Pete. Because we all followed, and John didn't understand.
Huh?
My hopes, my dreams, my ambitions are all for naught. Do I have a toilet bowl at springtime fresh? A small recompense for the dreams being lost. Two more messages.
John didn't say if he was Kendrick or Drake. He didn't say that. The big three. Just big me. Boom!
I'm gonna let you finish after I play his message.
The West Coast banger. I see dead people. Mustin' on the beat, ho. Mustin' on the beat, ho. Oh my God, he killed him! Kendrick killed him!
You know, there's certain people in the world that you just want to be on their playlists. Like you want to eavesdrop on their fucking mixes. You know what I mean? I just got on Griff's friends and family fucking plan. Apparently you don't need to be on the friends and family plan. You can be invited to a playlist without being premium. I'm just going to throw this out there. You can be invited to someone's Spotify playlist. That'll be premium. I'm just saying. So.
I think he's talking to you, Mom.
Shh. Doesn't matter.
All right. You got all this time? You got all this paid money coming to you for them vacation days that you were talking about at the beginning? All right. Why
I gotta make it sound so dirty, John? Y'all is paid time coming to you.
I might not be jealous. It's okay.
Make it sound like
envious. whatever.
Restitution for what the fucking state of California did me wrong. It ain't like that, but it will be once the court case settles.
What are you looking forward to the most?
Oh, just the fuckery of it all, John. just a full-on fuckery. You could attest, like I am a different person. And fuck you, motherfuckers, because you only see Tuesday night, my boy Pete. But my boy Pete pays taxes during the week. My boy Pete fucking keeps the lights on this motherfucker. My boy Pete has 7 different streaming services in a row. My boy Pete is a force to be reckoned with. But when it comes to vacation, my boy Pete, all bets are off. I save the extra bail money just so I can act a little bit of a fool. Like, not do bad shit, but like, yeah, of course I'm going to have an open container on the street. Of course, yeah. Oh, you have an, all right. Yeah, I'll pay that ticket. Hey, you did anything criminal mischief and below, I am okay with participating in it when it's vacation time.
And if it's in Mexico, you try to pay that ticket right there on the spot.
Actively and aggressively.
Allegedly.
Specifically. I'm just saying, bud. I'm just saying. So I'm taking a 4-day weekend this weekend. And then I'm dog sitting for 2 weeks at my buddy's house for the next 2 weeks, which is fine, but like,
do you care to disclose the location, or we can keep that secret? That's fine.
I don't know. I mean, it's in central desert. It's in Beaumont. It's up in the middle of nowhere.
Oh,
but like, yeah, like okay.
That was pretty specific,
Like,
and there's not a lot of people there. They can probably find you now. I didn't want to go that specific. Jeez.
You know, Beaumont, Texas.
Oh, we're thinking of 2 different Beaumonts. You're good.
It's Beaumont, France. No, that's Paris, Texas. No.
Who's on first?
Yeah, France.
Beaumont. I don't know.
So then, but then after that, then I have a week off where I go to Mexico. Then I have like 5 days off where I go to San Diego. And I have 3 days off where I go to Hollywood and Universal with the kids. And I'm trying to convince them to go to Knott's Berry Farm too. I'm like, fuck it, man. You're on vacation. I'm on vacation. You got kids. That's an excuse for me to go to an amusement park and act a fool. Come on, let's go.
How many times have you been to Knott's Berry Farms?
A bit. Like, that's Disney and Knott's Berry Farm are my 2 most.
I knew Disney, but I actually did not know that. I didn't know that was the second after.
Yeah.
It has to be second, right? After Disney?
Second. Because Knott's is the cool thing about that. If you're a Southern California resident, it's cheap as fuck to get a year pass. It's like for a year pass, it's less than $200 for a year pass.
Yeah.
To go to Disneyland for a day, it's like $160 for a day.
What is the year pass for Disney?
For SoCal residents, for the lowest one, it's like five something, or 480, 5 something.
And really, that's a good deal if you factor it in.
And it doesn't include parking, and parking is like $45.
Right.
So it's just so you can add parking to your pass. But if you're gonna get the pass, if you're gonna do the thing, like back in the day, we would do the pass with parking, and it was like, for us, it was like $600, and that was for no holidays and no weekends.
You say us, but that's each, right? $600
each.
Yeah, right.
But it was with parking. Well, I was $600, and hers was like
Because you only
20,
need one
right?
parking.
One parking, right?
Yeah. So you paid more,
And it was
of
like,
course.
yeah, because I'm gonna park whenever I go. I'm fucking parking.
Right.
Like you go with someone else. Fuck you. You're paying for it. But it's just too
Smart
much.
man.
It's fun, but it's like too much, man. Like, and
but
Universal's the
$200.
same way.
Yeah.
But yeah, for $200, like, and then it's better rides. There's alcohol in there. They have the Boysenberry Festival that just finished. So you can buy tickets and go and get drinks. Each drink costs a ticket. Each food place costs a ticket. And it's like $30 for a pack. But like, oh, here's all these little samples, and like, oh, a boysenberry margarita, and like a boysenberry gimlet, and then like, oh, boysenberry stir fry, and then boysenberry cheesecake, and a boysen like. So you like, I'm just coming in and getting fucking hammered, and maybe we'll ride a ride. Like, nope, just gonna get some jelly and buy some chicken on the way out. I feel good about my day. Feel real good about my day.
It turns out on my way to the hospital, I found out I was allergic to boysenberry.
Yeah. Also, chicken. Weird.
Didn't know it before.
Anaphylactic shock is a bitch, you guys. It's a real bitch. Yeah, but let's again, John, I'm gonna go ahead and keep throwing it out because there's no time like the fucking present, motherfuckers. It's May. We have June, July, August, September. You got plenty of time to think about, plan, participate in Earl Camp. So think about it. If you can make it to Phoenix, we can pick you up. Granted, you're going to be riding a van that has no seatbelts and it has a giant bed and cameras everywhere. Don't bother with the cameras. Just focus on the road. I don't want you seasick. Oh, wait,
It is
no.
it is all white, so we'll give you the license plate eventually.
Well, here's the deal. The cameras and the bed have nothing to do with each other. Cameras with the podcast, bed is for sleeping. We're going a million miles from nowhere. They won't hear your screams. No point trying. Sorry, too soon. All right, John. I think that's about it. I think that's all she wrote. Let's do a shot and get out of here, yeah?
Do a shot and get out of here, yeah. That's fantastic. Hey, everybody, you're welcome for listening. That's what you get. That's what you get.
That's what you get. Think you deserved it. Cheers.
Yeah.
All right, John. Love you, bud.
Love you, brother. Peace, guys.